Welcome back inside Prospera Center here in Chilliwack. Loud building as we have the teams on ice for your national anthem down at ice level. As we'll get you O Canada, then the first period play-by-play. Desmond Devnich, the singing of O Canada, by the way. With your singing of O Canada down at ice level, we're getting set for game 1, or game 7, period 1 of the Fred Page Cup final. Opening face-off of the first period, as always, brought to you by IGA Penticton, 1160 Government Street. Referees again tonight, Grant Tyson, Mike Campbell, Devin Sefton, and Brett Mackey are your linesmen. Vees in black with the blue and white trim going right to left. Blue helmets, left to right, the Chilliwack Chiefs in white with the crimson red and champagne gold trim and red helmets. Scratched officially Riley Rissling, Massimo Rizzo, Matt Gashevsky, Turner, Ripplinger, Kenny Johnson, and Greg Bryden. So Vees going with 7 defensemen and 11 forwards, it looks like, tonight. Up front, Owen Sillinger, flanked by Ty Monte and Grant Cruikshank. This line reunited. Opening face-off brought to you by IGA Penticton. Olszewski with Poliziani and Jordan Kawaguchi to start. They were united in the third period. Grant Tyson has yet to drop the puck here at center ice. As they had 3 seconds run off the clock. Even the off-ice officials are jacked up for tonight's game, as they got to reset the clock. Down to my right, Matt Robson. To my left, Mark Sinclair. And we're set here. Game 7 from Prospera Center is underway. Winning the opening draw is the Chilliwack Chiefs. Carver Watson set up the overtime goal last night. Played it out to center. Olszewski shoots it in off the blocker and a standing save by Robson from center and directs it out of play to our right. So, Scott, it looks like a 7 defensemen tonight for the Vees, 11 forwards. Sam Rossini probably be cycled in on the blue line, probably ease them in as much as they could into this game. So Vees dropping 1 forward and adding an extra defenseman.
Yeah, not something we've seen so far in this postseason. Seen a bit of 5 defense with Greg Bryden getting limited ice time. Seen 6 defense, i.e. last night with Mitch Meek, and now we jump up to 7. So Massimo Rizzo comes out, the 20-year-old, and Riley Rissling comes out. The Vees a little heavier on the defense here tonight.
Vees win the draw on his left wing. Griffin Mendel barging his way out to center, chips it in deep to left wing corner himself. 20 seconds off the clock here in the first period. Puck back in behind the goal blocker's side of Mark Sinclair's net in the Chief end, but stuck loose by Davis Buns. He scored last night, chipped it out to center. Jordan Kawaguchi, 43 points in the playoffs. In on the right side, drop pass in the skates of Hora in the right wing circle, chases after it and takes it around the goal. Lyndon Hora, the Kelowna product, up top left point, Arsenault. Olivier Arsenault lays it up behind the goal for Kawaguchi, leaving it behind the net for Hora. Watched there by Miller. Kawaguchi takes it back, right point McCarthy. Sends it across Arsenault, throws it off the boards wide behind the net. Vees doing a good job just keeping Chilliwack to the outside. Tapped ahead by Nick Jones, out to center by Campbell. Clack lunging out, couldn't find it, but it rolls back in the Chief end.
Well, and we see that top line back together. We played most of the year. Chris Clack, Duncan Campbell, and Nick Jones. So very familiar with each other. Scored a ton of goals during the regular season. Haven't seen each other in a while.
1:16 into Game 7. Vees dumped it out, played back in, but the Chiefs have to tag up on the delayed offside. Almost $1.30 gone. Mitch Meek behind his goal. 5th and final season of junior hockey. His final BCHL game tonight. Slaps it out to center ice. Cruikshank couldn't handle it. The Chief bench played back in. Ty Amonte races back for it. Plays it for Meek in front of his net. He'll reverse the puck in the corner for Leggy. Jake Smith forward checking for Chilliwack. Reversed on the right side smartly by Leggy. Tipped ahead. Sillinger skates onto it on the right wing. Backhands it on goal. Juggled by Sinclair. Then he has his teammate Aaron O'Neill crash right into him for good measure. But he hangs on to Sinclair. The Vees' first shot. 1:49 in the first. The time check, as always, brought to you by the UPS store in Penticton. Face off in the Chief end for the first time tonight. See how the nerves play out. We talked about it, Scott, as well. Vees in a familiar position here. This is their third Game 7 already. Chilliwack their first. First
Game 7 on the road as well. You can come in and just forget about playing pretty, play a dirty, ugly road effort and try to come home with some hardware here tonight.
Off the draw comes in the slot. Jones tried to drag it to his backhand, but he was poke checked. And now Olszewski in right wing coming down the right side, reaching in and taking that out of his possession was Mendel. And Olszewski went hard from his knees right into the end boards, and he's shaken up. Now centered in front for him, shoots it off the side of the goal. The fans thought it went in on the glove side and rolled behind the net. He's banged up, Koen Olszewski. Maybe just winded himself as he fell down after Mendel cleanly chipped the puck away from him, reaching in from the right circle, and then went knees and head first from his knees into that board at full pace. Vees can't clear. Puck down low in their left wing corner. Mendel had his stick tied up by Kawaguchi. Referee's arms stay down. Calverley on the wall. This fires it from the left wing on goal. And that's covered by Robson. Issue there for the Vees as double shifting was Nick Jones, but they couldn't get the puck out as Jones was playing with Nash and Sanheim. Not the best of shifts, but a silver lining there. They're doing a good job just keeping the Chiefs to the outside right now, not letting them get in front.
You really want to limit the opportunities that you let the Chiefs have puck control inside your own end, and the Vees a couple opportunities to get pucks out on the board, and the Chiefs have done a good job. They did the same thing last night in Game 6 of plugging up the walls. The Vees, of course, don't want to go through the middle, so going up the walls has been a little harder getting the puck out of their own zone.
Face-off won by Chilliwack, but intercepting was Taylor Ward. Out here with Jamie Armstrong and Cassidy Bowes. Armstrong from the center ice dumps it back in on the left wing, but the Chiefs have it. Hora on the wall, shaking off Bowes, muscling it out to center. Rossini out there for his first shift. His drop pass to Meek will actually chase him back in behind the Vees net. Meek on the end wall rubs off that hit from Calverley. Try to play it up the left wing, cut off by Jake Smith, but then he gets bodied in the corner by Meek. Nice recovery there. Reversed by Taylor Ward to Bowes on his left wing. Cassidy Bowes at center. Nice delay move. Try to chip it around Smith in a dangerous spot. Almost turnover, but O'Neill couldn't handle a pass at the Vees blue line, and regrouping is Ty Amonte. Bast in front of his net for Meek. Up to the center. Spin pass. Amonte on right wing. Can't shake off Buns in the right circle. Back in front. Missed Cruikshank, but picked up by Bast on the left wall. In the left goal line. Blew the tire trying to stop on the goal line left wing, and that's taken away by Chilliwack. Ben Fanjoy, their way on left wing, trying to get around Amonte, who's covering for Bast, but Amonte does a good job to hold them up, but Fanjoy hangs on to it. Back right point. Connor has shot wide off the end boards, trying to pick the glove side. Chipped up the far wall by Cruikshank, not out. Sillinger tried to stick handle his way out there. That didn't work. On the far side, Cruikshank, though, this time just bodies Fanjoy down and kicks it down ice with his right boot. 4 minutes gone. First period, no score. Chiefs in front of their net. Bernard out to center, missed everyone in white. That's an icing call. 4:05 gone. Remember that Plaza Cleaners, a proud sponsor of your Penticton Vees, and they've been offering professional dry cleaning to Penticton and area since 1967. Official dry cleaners of the Penticton Vees, and proud to make you look good too. If this game goes to overtime, we might need some dry cleaning for our suits because we'll be sweating right through them. Draw left circle inside the offensive end for the Vees after the icing call. Jones, Clack, and Campbell out here to take the draw. Tied up with Olszewski was Jones, so he's back out there after that heavy collision on the end wall. Back behind the Vees net last go around was Olszewski. Chilliwack cleared it out to center. Miller couldn't play it away from Olszewski, but then it's knocked off his stick by Jones. Campbell at the blue line got checked there by Arsenault, creating an offside on the right wing. Both teams looking a little, I don't know, tentative is the right word, but maybe a little nervous, with both teams fighting the puck early on and trying to feel each other out in a Game 7, which is very understandable. Not even 5 minutes in on a scoreless first.
Yeah, the passes just aren't as crisp as you'd like them to be. A couple turnovers at either blue line for the Vees, and Vees really need to focus right now on getting the puck out a little cleaner and down into the Chiefs zone.
And for that matter, the Chiefs not doing the greatest of jobs either with the puck, trying to break out. Arsenault off the draw, back to the Vees line. Miller just chipped it back at center. Clack battling Jordan Kawaguchi, who tipped it in the left wing, but Miller came back and tied up Olszewski in the wall. Played out to center. Jones ahead. Campbell on the left side drifts it on goal from his knees. Gloved by Mark Sinclair for another quick whistle. A lot of whistles early on, unlike of this series, because usually it's a lot of up and down, good ebb and flow. Not a lot of whistles, but so far a cautious start, which is understandable. And another whistle here. And if you're the road team, you don't mind that. You like whistles all day. A lot of face-offs in the offensive end is what you want, not let Chilliwack get in a rhythm.
Yeah, and the fans don't get to get into it either if you don't get multiple chances if you're the Chiefs. So Vees happy here to keep taking face-offs inside Chilliwack zone, try to win a draw and get some traffic to the net.
Shots 2 apiece. Chilliwack wins the draw in the left circle, reverse to the right wing, cut off by Nash. Out here with Cruikshank and Sanheim as Cruikshank double shifts now. Keeps it in the point as Cruikshank throws it into the left wing corner. Watson trying to reverse behind his net. Nash trying to intercept, but it's played away by Vincent to the far corner. Justin Dixon tried to clear it up to the blue line, kicked down by Bast and plays it back behind the net. Now Cruikshank in skates trying to find it, comes out in front. And Sinclair just covers from a knee at the side of his goal for another whistle. And another face-off coming in the Chief end as he got a bit of a shot from his own teammate Davis Buns, as Buns backed up right into the face mask of his goaltender. So some friendly fire, because O'Neill ran into him earlier in the period, and now Buns gives him a bit of a bump. 5-10 gone in a scoreless first. 11 forwards does give Fred Hardmanson a lot of flexibility as well, Scott, so that could be a challenge in the matchup game for Chilliwack to try to get their pairings.
Well, and you don't have an even number of forward lines, so you'll see Cruikshank play on some different lines. I imagine that top line will stay pretty much together, but Taylor Ward, we've seen him play with multiple groups as well, so a little harder to match up against if you're Chilliwack.
Off the draw, Chiefs get it out to center off the glass. Vees have to tag up, now they'll change. Connor ahead, Vees trying to get their personnel out. Olszewski down the middle off the blocker, Robson, gloved down in front by Jones and played it on the wall. Olszewski dangerous there, but Robson had the answer. That was his blocker. Campbell dumps it back in from left wing. Far side, Bernard up the left side. Jordan Kawaguchi. It's an open area at center on the right wing, but it's Mendel tapping it back to the Chiefs bench. Poked in by Campbell on the left wing wall. Bernard just above the goal line, wrapped up by Jones. Jones gets free in front. Clack shoots in the legs of Sinclair. He hangs on with Campbell trying to pitchfork it loose. Jones sets up Clack right above the hash marks, about 20 feet out of the goal, but didn't get the shot he wanted off, but a great chance.
Well, the Chiefs weren't able to make the change that they wanted, so the Vees a little bit easier of a job getting the puck down into the Chiefs corner, and then Chilliwack Chief defenseman and Campbell and Grant Tyson, the referee, get tied up, and Jones is able to hit Clack, in the high slot. But you're right, Fraser, Clack nowhere near the hard shot he would have liked in that high slot area. Good save by Sinclair.
Off the drop, puck goes to the Chief right corner. Calverley rims it around. Bowes cuts it off on the near side left wing, battling there with McCarthy down low. Puck just above the goal line. In a crowd, Bowes back to Leahy, sends it across. Meek was pinching in deep, but that was too far for him to go fetch. Rims back in behind the net. Arsenault battling there with Ward. Good heavy shift by Ward and Armstrong below the circles here, but Calverley will dig it loose. Far side for Smith, back in behind his goal for Chilliwack. The Vees are doing a good job of bottling up Chilliwack deep in their end right now. 6.5 gone. Now Smith will skate it out on the left side. Vees were completing a change, or trying to. Smith on left wing. His pass blocked by Meek. Chases after it behind the Vees net. Tries to center out in front. It's blocked in the circle by Leahy and then played on the wall by Cruikshank. In the skates now, Smith and Meek on the right wing. Hora fresh on a change down the corner. Wrapped up by Bowes though. Glove side of Robson's goal back in the Vees end here. 7 minutes gone and a scoreless first. Now out of the corner, Smith still in tight confines, plays it behind the net. Bowes trying to one-arm it around to Leahy. He gets tied up with Calverley behind the net. Now is the Chiefs' turn to play a heavy shift, but the Vees grab the puck. Leggy in the far corner, up the glass and out to center. Kicked ahead by Ward to Cruikshank. By himself on the right side. Shooting, blocker save from the wall. Rebound in front, chipped by Fanjoy off the glass and just outside his blue line. Vincent ahead for Buns on right wing. Davis Buns across the line, throws it to net, blockered and actually deflected by purpose. Out ahead to Sillinger by Robson. He's on right wing in transition. Got hung up though on the Chief wall by Bernard on a good hip check. They'll reverse. Vincent on the near side has room to get out to center. Played it ahead to O'Neill. He'll turn and fired it in deep. Robson came out to play it, jumped over his stick, settles in on the Vees left wing, centered, knocked away by Tyconic from in front. And now it's Fanjoy wrapping it back behind the net. Tyconic, second chance. Up his left wing for Campbell. At center, trying to go rink wide. That was blocked by Bernard, intended for Amante. And back is Bass, regrouping with Tyconic. A headman pass. Campbell behind the D. Campbell in. Fanned on the shot. And it's a blocker saved by Sinclair. I think Campbell maybe had too much time to think about that. Now he gets it back on the right side. Waiting. Safely plays it down low. Back in behind the goal for Clack. The Vees are still trying to keep on going here in this shift. Clack knocked to his knees as he comes off the left wing corner. Keeps the puck on the boards. In skates on the left wing. It's flipped out to center by Fanjoy. What a chance for Campbell on that breakaway pass, but he bobbled the puck between the circles as now the Vees are going to ice it looks like. And a golden opportunity missed there by Duncan Campbell to open up the scoring. 8.5 minutes in, we have a whistle.
Well, and a great pass from Gabe Bass from his own blue line. Hits Campbell on the pivot, half speed, and Campbell quickly gets going in on net, but I don't think that puck ever sat. No, it was sitting on, rolling on its side as he went to shoot it, and it just flubbed off his stick, and now the Vees a huge face-off with a tired half a line in Clack and Jones.
They win it, reversed. Mendel on the left wing to Campbell, out to center. Jones, he has an engine that doesn't quit. Back in, shoots it over the glass on the blocker's side, trying to pick the corner. Rebound will be iced by Chilliwack's Olszewski. So now the Vees will have the Chiefs pinned back in their end on an icing call. 11:13 to go. The UPS Store time check. We are scoreless. Shots 5-4 for the Vees. A slight edge. Jordan Kawaguchi's line out there. We're told he's 3 points away from a new franchise. 3 points away from a new BCHL all-time playoff scoring record. He's got 81 career playoff points as Kawaguchi. 84 will be a new BCHL record if he gets that tonight. Off the draw, Vees on the right wall, find the puck. Sanheim towards, sharp angle into the glove, and then played by Olszewski back into his goaltender as he wants the whistle. No shots at bad shot right now down low as Ward from the right wing circle let it rip. Trying to catch Sinclair off the post, but he squeezes and hangs on. So yes, Jordan Kawaguchi, and also he's tied right now with Gabe Gauthier for the Chilliwack Chiefs all-time points lead in the playoffs. And looking for the BCHL record, he'd be 3 points away from setting a new record. So lots of history chasing by Jordan Kawaguchi tonight. Reversed by Chilliwack off the draw. It's on the left wing. Amante intercepts. Hard pass to Tyconic. He'll back in it down low, but it's blocked by Horace Glove, and he'll skate it out on right wing. He'll drift one on. Robson blocked it down, came in front. Tyconic neatly reversing up the near wall. Cruikshank trying to go rink wide for Amante. Finds it on a deflection at the penalty box, and he'll golf it backhand in deep. 10.5 to go in the first, no score. Calverley on his left wall from the goaltender. Sinclair out to center to Fanjoy. Poke check to the line against Bass, trying to make a move around the Vees defender. Puck's at center, picked up by the Chiefs. Fanjoy got a bump from Bass, but chips it back in deep, standing at the line. Tyconic fetches back in behind his goals and near the halfway mark of a scoreless first. Right wing for Gabe Bass at center. Standing, chips it in, but not very deep. Comes right to Bernard. Through the seam at center, tipped in by Fanjoy, and Robson settles it down for Tyconic. Up the right boards, Armstrong. Turns and banks it out to center. At the Vees bench, the defender Connor for Chilliwack knocked it in. Bass knocked that down. Touched at center ice now for Armstrong. For Bose on the right wing, coming in, shooting into the chest, then spilled away to the corner by the stick of Sinclair as he juggled the rebound, but knocked it out of harm's way. And Taylor Ward just drilled Anthony Vincent at the Chief line as he tried to clear that puck out. That's a heavy hit right now. And Ward banging bodies in the corner. Bose intercepts on the wall. Ward behind the net trying to center, hit the back of the goal though. Intercepted by Dixon. Chilliwack on the right wing will clear down ice as it's splitting the D on that dump in by Connor. Meek will golf it though back to center as he spins and fires it from the left side of his zone. Heavy shift there for Taylor Ward and company. That's that line needs to do tonight. Armstrong, Ward, and Bose. Leahy was fighting the puck on his right wing, but muscled ahead to Clack. Him and Hora behind the play, full of the ice as Hora gave Leggy a shot on the glass. The fans respond with applause. Campbell back for a bouncing puck in his zone, turns back on his forehand, waits and drops it off to Meek again. Meek standing on his left circle to Leggy. Pass across the blue line. Clack settles it down, banks it ahead, but that's an icing call. Waved off, in fact, actually. Say play on. Sinclair behind his net will wrap it right corner. Comes to the line. Mendel knocks it down, fakes the shot. On the wall, right wing side. Clack try to play it in front, knocked away by Olszewski. Comes to Miller. Went back door on a bounce. Jones right circle through and in front off a stick and wide. Miller just slashes it back in behind the net from the left wing. Chiefs will rim it back on the near side. Arsenault under pressure, chopped it ahead. Hora can't get it past Jones. Vees keep the puck in on the left wing. Olszewski now up the boards. Hora wrestled off the puck by Jones. Slash it down to Clack. In his skates, he can't find it. Cruikshank does, but a hand pass is called. 8:15 to go. Tight one right now. No score in Game 7 from Chilliwack. Fraser Rogers, Scott Austin, 8:15 to go in this first period. No score. Draw just outside the Chief line on that hand pass before the immediate timeout against the Vees. They won it back. Reverse to Miller on the right wing. The defenseman for Penticton darts it in and plays it back behind the goal. Davis Buns wrapping on the left wing side. Poliziani left it for Calverley. He took a shot from Amonte just inside the blue line, but got it to center. Vees reset. Schillinger tried to chip it in on the right wing. Missed Cruikshank, then chip past both of them. Chilliwack in a counter. Smith on the left side, centering. Calverley in front, kicked away, and then off the side of the goal. In front by Smith on the rebound as the Vees are caught there down low. What a stop by Robson to kick it away. Now Calverley shoots it up and off the glass behind the goal, walking off the right half wall. Schillinger on his right wing chips it past the defender ahead. Cruikshank could have an odd man rush. On right wing, stopped, hit it in the chest. Amonte rebound in front. Schillinger, his shot in the right circle blocked. Rebound kept in left point. Mendel. Down low, left goal line, Schillinger trying to come out in front of the backhand. Sweeps it behind the goal in the right corner to Ty Amonte. Amonte trying to chip it back in the corner for Schillinger. Rims it back to Bass, right point. His shot hit Amonte down low in front. Puck to Sanheim off the bench on the left wall. He rims it back to Bass, right point. His shot hit Amonte down low in front. Puck to Sanheim off the bench on the left wall. He battles for it there. Good counterattack for the Vees there. Cruikshank and Amonte having chances after Jake Smith and Will Calverley had a couple the other end. Now Bass the right point, throws it off the end boards. Sanheim trying to knock it off the back of the goal. He does. We play on. Under 7 now to go. Puck tied up in skates behind the Chief net. Sanheim now fishes it loose on the left wing. Try to cut out on his forehand. In front, blocker side. Goes over the net on the glove side, trying to go far corner. And now it took a weird hop off the stanchion. Past Bass. He'll regroup at center. Spins it back quickly ahead as the Chiefs are changing. Ward for Sanheim. Lost the handle, making a move. Takes it back behind the goal from the right wing. In behind the net, Ward coming out glove side. Can't wrap it in front. Bouncing in skates. O'Neill to the wall. Chips it just outside to center. Leahy will shoot it right back in. The Vees tag up. Another good shift by Ward Nash and Sanheim in this first.
Yeah, that line's had a ton of energy tonight, and Sanheim another big check there along the wall. So huge, another shift for that check-in line for the Vees.
6 minutes to go in the first. Robson's rim around took a weird bounce, forcing Leahy to ice the puck. He's barking at his forwards as he wants some better effort there on the communication. So the draw will go back in the Vees. And gotta love that game face from Joe Leahy. He's dialed in, barking at his teammates to get to that puck on that outlet pass, but it's an icing call against the Vees with 6:01 to go. Showing that great chance for Will Calverley. Just a real alert kick save by Robson. It was a backdoor pass intended down low for Smith again from Calverley from the right circle, but Robson darted out the leg to break it up, acting like a defenseman with the pad. Now Campbell at center dumps in as the Vees won the draw courtesy of Nick Jones. 5:50 to go in the first. Shots 8-5 Penticton. No score in Game 7. Now it's dumped in over the head of Miller, chasing after it. Olszewski lost the handle, bottom right circle, couldn't even make a move to the goal as the Vees are not really expecting that chip play from inside the Chief end from Olivier Arsenault. Now Jones on the wall got dispossessed. Olszewski's shot blocked in the slot. Clack will chip it down on the Chief end. No icing as Mccarthy goes back for it in the left corner. Mccarthy gets hit on the end wall by Jones, shakes it off. Arsenault plays it up the near side left wing. Vincent across the blue line for Kawaguchi. His pass ahead hit the skate of Jones, deflects across. And McCarthy at his bench steps out to center ice, lays it back in, waving off the icing play. Robson up the boards to Ward, who's right back out there, across at center for Bose. Chipped it ahead to Armstrong, trying to play it into himself. He does to Bose, drags it in front, can't get the shot from the bottom of the right circle as he's blocked in tight there by Buns. Great effort though. Now Chilliwack trying to bring it out. Jake Smith for Hora, back in offside as he waited one too many steps. Did Hora, and Smith going down the middle was ahead of the play for the whistle. 15 minutes, 10 seconds gone, still scoreless in the first period. Shots 8-5 for the Vees. The Vees doing a good job of not really giving the Chiefs much when it comes to offensive zone time or looks.
Seen a lot from the defensive side of the Vees, just stepping up and taking the gap away from Chilliwack, not letting them get all the way in other than that one Calvary chance. Done a good job of breaking up pucks right as they come across the Vees line,
On the offside play, Vees did chip it in, but Sillinger couldn't find the puck in his skates. Played out to center. Bass will lift it in as Almonte and company have to tag up on the delayed offside. 4.5 to go, first period, no score. Ben Fanjoy starting out from his own left wing. At center, goes off the window and back in deep. Robson drawn out of his net, play it far side, reversed by Bass, but Cruikshank couldn't catch up to that. And it's chopped back in by the Chiefs from center, courtesy Olivier Arsenault again. Just over 5 minutes to go, or 4 minutes to go in this first. No score. Johnny Tyconic standing back in behind his goal, regrouping. Waits, stretch pass over to center, chipped ahead by Ward on left wing. Cruikshank just inside the line, couldn't find it. Pushed back to center by McCarthy. Mendel reversing, Sillinger skates onto it, banks it in on the right wing, ties up with Arsenault on the half wall. Arsenault had the puck underneath of him. And now played it ahead to Kawaguchi, who just fought off Taylor Ward to get the puck out to center. Pleziani softly chips it back into the side of the net, and that's covered by Robson on the blocker side as Pleziani got erased by Bass on the far boards, and the Vees are making a point to make sure Chilliwack feels their presence everywhere on the ice as the Vees are not passing up any hit opportunities right now. Real heavy first period with 3:44 to go.
Yeah, and another case where Pleziani really has no play other than to kind of chuck one towards the net. Vees have done a good job to keep Chilliwack to the outside, not allow them any good opportunities into the high scoring areas of center.
Speaking of physical start, and remember our hit to pass, hit of the game is brought to you by the Penticton Speedway. Right now, Taylor Ward hit on Anthony Vincent back at the Chief line, standing out as our early contender. Vees put the puck to the corner off the draw, clicked ahead by Clack, now skated out by Campbell on the right wing, 2-on-2 with Miller. Campbell spins and falls, trying to do a little spinorama, centered in front. Jones from his knees just missed on the blocker's side, then he was knocked down by Hora. And the puck is chipped back to the Vees blue line. As what a chance out of nowhere after Campbell fell. Clack stayed with it from behind the net, centered for Jones, crashing the crease, but he couldn't find the handle and just missed it on the blocker's side as he was crashing the net there with Hora on his back. 3 minutes to go. Dancing through center, Colin Bernard, and that one extra move by the defenseman creates the offside with 3 minutes left. Time check brought to you by the UPS store in Penticton. Scott, let's go back to that chance. There's a real smart net drive by Nick Jones, which almost cashed in a goal for the Vees.
Well, we talked a little bit about it in Game 5 down here at the Prospera Center. Duncan Campbell looks like he's got a bad edge on that skate. We saw him go down a couple times, but still ends up getting the puck to the net. And Nick Jones just go to the net and hope it bangs off of something, as it looked like it almost went off Jones's knee and in, and just goes wide left. But throw everything at the net. If it's an ugly one, it still counts as one on the scoreboard. And great shift by that top line of the Vees.
Yeah, it's a solid start. 10-5 the shots for the Vees here. No score in the first, and you'd have to say now the better the scoring chances against Chilliwack. Not a ton of scoring chances, but the Vees would probably have the edge. Penticton dumped it in from center with 2:45 to go. Puck in the right wing corner. Sanheim out here with Campbell and Jones as they juggle the lines a little bit with the 11 forwards. Pucks and skates behind the goal. Dug loose. Powell Connor on his right wing. Reversing left side. That for Calverley. Back on the right wing on another reverse for Jake Smith. Carries in on the back end. Trying to get around Leggy. Tried to throw it in front, but Sanheim's there to collect and take it back out from his blue line on right wing to center. Ran into a roadblock in Arsenault just outside the Chiefs zone, but Bast follows up and smacks the backhand in behind the Chief net. Reverse, but O'Neill couldn't handle it. Jones intercepts in the slot. Backhands it across the zone. Bass coming down, was checked on the wall by Smith. Sanheim reached in for it, couldn't find it, and now Smith or O'Neill will backhand it down ice, and this will be icing as the Chief forward from his knees desperately was trying to clear. In fact, put it down ice for the whistle. Nick Jones, by the way, you talked about him. Entering tonight's action, a 7-game point streak as they show his chance from in the crease on the video scoreboard here. 2 minutes to go. Nick Jones, 7-game point streak entering tonight's game, has 10 points in those 7 games.
Yeah, he's played incredibly well for the Vees, and you see it again right when you think, oh, too many guys are on Nick Jones, then he makes a pass out of nowhere over to Gabe Bass on the weak side. So incredible vision from the captain.
Point shot off the draw by Miller, sailed over the net. $1:50 left. Chiefs find it in the corner. O'Neill up the wall to Smith. Backhands it out to center, but met by Miller. Plays it back in. Trapped behind the play was Taylor Ward as he was getting tangled up with Arsenault behind the net. He'll tag up. Arsenault plays it back towards the V side of center. Knocked down by Miller's active stick. Nash trying to backhand it ahead. It fell in the center circle. Ward tying up with Fanjoy. Real battle at center for the puck here. Fanjoy chipping in on left wing, but right to Miller in the left circle. His reverse pass hit a Chief stick. Armstrong plays it back in the corner. Miller reversing around his end boards for Bast on that far side. He'll chip it down ice and back in the Chief zone. $1:10 to go, first period. Still no score. Shots 10-5 Penticton. Chiefs resetting at their blue line. Kawaguchi leaving for Watson, but he'll now ice the puck as his pass ahead couldn't find Hora at the Chief side as center. And that's another icing call and another miscue by the Chiefs here on their transition. And you got to give praise to the Vees' 3-zone play right now. They are really forcing the play at center ice, and that's giving some issues for Chilliwack.
And you wonder how long until the Vees are able to make Chilliwack pay for one of their icing calls. Sorry here, guys. I just see Olszewski leaving down the tunnel, limping heavily on one leg. Now, he's played a couple shifts since he went hard into the end board, so it's either a cramp or something else happened on that last shift, but he looks in all kinds of hurt as him and the trainer head down the tunnel, so we'll keep an eye on one of the Chiefs' top players.
And off the draw, Mendel's point shot just tipped over the net by Campbell, then thrown in front but covered by Sinclair at the post as Clack from the right goal line just tried to throw it in skates to see what would happen there. 58 seconds left. Time check brought to you by the UPS store. No score as of yet. But the Vees slowly tilting the ice in their favor here in the latter half of the first period. Shots now 11-5 Penticton. Jones out here with Campbell and Clack again. Right circle draw. Smith to take it for the Chiefs. Glove side is Sinclair. Jones has been good in the circle early, but Smith wins that draw. And it's reversed by the Chiefs around to left wing corner. Campbell there meeting Hora as they battle for the puck. Hora on the wall trying to get away from Campbell's check. Campbell knocked to his knees. Puck comes on the wall. Jones fighting for it. Him and Hora go down. Puck's kept in. Now in the slot, it's grabbed by Buns. The defenseman skates it out. At center, cuts back in on the Vees left wing. Soft backhander, pushed it to the net. Angled off by Robson with his stick. Puck on the Vees right wing wall, picked up by Smith. Better Jones there. Shot went wide on a reverse. It's fanned on there on the far side by the defender Buns. And now the Vees skate out to center. Crookshank by himself on a change. Shot blocked by the stick of Buns coming in on left wing. 18 seconds left in a scoreless first. Puck behind the Chief goal, ripped up the right wing boards and out to center. Bass turns and fires it into the opposite left wing corner as the Vees again tag up on the delayed offside. 5 seconds left, Sky down ice. This could be icing, and it will with 1.7 seconds left against Chilliwack. So one opportunity here for the Vees to try to win a draw and get a quick shot off. Or else it's going to be a scoreless first, and that would probably be advantage Penticton, you would have to say, being the road team. And Chilliwack coming off that big win last night, as the Chiefs haven't really had a lot of momentum to get this crowd going, as it's been a quiet building.
The Vees here will stack up all on the left side. Big draw here for Sillinger. Draw it back to Bass.
Scramble, and that will do it. As Calverley just got the better of Sillinger there in the circle. As now after the whistle, Crookshank talking with Anthony Vincent.
Calvary gives him a little butt end as he goes by. Refs didn't pick that one up.
Anthony Vincent, public enemy number one with some of his, well, better left on set, I guess. Embellishment. Fans view his antics in this series. A lot of people saying that he embellishes plays. We seen it a couple of times, and the Vees are probably talking about that. Scoreless after the first period of play. Shots 11-6 Penticton. Scott, you got to be pretty happy for the Vees the way they played that period. Didn't really give Chilliwack anything to really get themselves going.
Yeah, and games 5 and 6 picked up leads going into the first intermission tonight, a tie hockey game. So maybe do things a little differently and you'll find some success. As felt the Vees handled the play for a better part of that period, get some good opportunities. Mark Sinclair, a couple rebounds that the Vees weren't able to jump on, so build off that momentum. You got 40 minutes left and a huge hockey game, the biggest of the Vees here.
No score after one period of play. Remember, Western Canada Cup single game tickets are on sale right now at the Valley First box office online, valleyfirsttix.com, and also over the phone as well, toll free. Tickets for the round robin for Vees games are $20. Non-Vees round robin games are $15. And for the playoff rounds, they're $25. Again, get yours online, www.valleyfirsttix.com, or in person at the Valley First box office. Western Canada Cup presented by Sun Life Financial. April 29th to May 7th, starting this weekend. We'll come back with your Sunshine Glass and Mirror intermission show, scoreless after one in Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup Final from Chilliwack. Welcome back. Fraser Rogers and Scott Austin with you. About to start the second period of play. Scoreless after one. Shots 11-6 Penticton in that first period over the Chilliwack Chiefs. Opening face-off of the second period brought to you by IGA Summerland, located at the Summer Fair Plaza in Summerland and locally owned and operated. Vees left to right, right to left is Chilliwack in this second period as they switch ends. Down to my left, Matt Robson. To my right, Mark Sinclair. Opening face-off, one back by the Vees. They control. Mendel on his left wing played it to center. Shot right back in by Davis Buns, but Lyndon Hora had a tag up on the delayed offside. Miller behind his goal, little bank pass up the left wing, chopped down by Hora at the line. He read that well, so Miller back for behind his net again. This time off the glass on right wing, off the glove of Smith at center. Cylinder tried to carry in. He'll one-hand it down low past Carver Watson and goes back for behind the goal. Took a bump from Hora. Cruikshank slings it back left point. Leahy low drive, tipped down but wide in front by Cylinder, who got in behind the defender. Puck to the boards on the right wing side in the chief end as the Vees on their opening shift for the second. Grinded out here on the half wall. Now they get the whistles. Amonte down low in Cylinder battling Watson and Hora. And the whistle goes early on here in the second period. No score. Vees, when they score first in these playoffs, 8 wins, 3 losses. 2 of those losses have unfortunately come in this series. And Chiefs, when they score first in these playoffs, 9-3. Draw in the chief end to our right, in the right wing circle. Campbell and Clack out here with Jones on the draw with 42 gone in the period. Comes to Clack off the draw, right pad, saved by Sinclair. On a nice set face-off win by Jones as Clack looped in behind Jones after he won the puck back and took the shot as the Chiefs tumble the puck down ice off the stick of McCarthy, and that's an icing call. Chris Clack coming into tonight, 4 goals, 18 points in this series. Had an empty netter in game 2 in this building, tried to score there, but nice kick save by Sinclair.
And the Chiefs got to be getting close to double digits as far as icings go now. Vees need to take advantage of one of these extra icings that the Chiefs have taken through 22 minutes now.
Off the draw, goes into the left wing corner. Jones actually kicks it back to Meek at the point, takes it off his skate himself, played it down low, but that comes to Connor McCarthy, and the big Chief defender, all 6'6", Going out to center, dumps it in on Robson. Rebound pushed wide behind the net as late trying to get to that puck was Aaron O'Neill, who collides now with Leahy behind the goal. Vees trying to go back the way. Jones on right wing, fed it to the middle. That was blocked. Played to the far wall by Connor, but Campbell then knocked that down, played it behind the net. Jones trying to center for Campbell, back door in the left wing, but he was tied up as it went through the crease and back in the far corner. Now Campbell knocked down a play from behind the net. Left point to Mendel, holds the puck. Softly lays it back in behind the goal. Clack pinning Connor there, and the Chief end boards over the blocker's shoulder of Sinclair. Dug loose by Olszewski to the blue line, kept in by Cruikshank. Left behind the net for Jared Nash, who's fresh out here on a change. Lost an edge, tried to one-handed in front from his stomach. That was blocked to the side of the goal. Now Bernard will play it out to center from his own line. Vees blocked that, tried to play it back to Cruikshank, but out of his reach and slapped out by Connor to center. Chiefs regroup. Olszewski on left wing, delays, shooting into the chest of Robson from the top of the slot, and then the rebound flipped down ice by Miller. Buns tipped that puck on its way down ice on no icing. He took a shot on the forecheck from Sanheim. Kawaguchi got the puck on the left wall in the reverse. Sent out to center by Watson to an open wing, but Miller collects for the Vees again. 2.5 minutes gone here in the second, no score. The Chiefs again icing the puck. We said that quite a bit as the Vees neutral zone game has really given the Chiefs transition game fit, so that's been a good sign tonight.
The Chiefs haven't helped themselves out a lot with some puck support, as really nobody to pass to in the neutral zone, so puck just gets kind of shot towards the Vees end, and especially on a fresh sheet of ice, puck's going to go all the way down for an icing. So another face-off here to the right of Sinclair. Cassidy Bowes takes the draw for Penticton.
Trying to come out to take the draw was Tommy Lee. Haven't seen him tonight yet. Is dressed after being injured in game 2, but he's ushered back to the bench on that late change. Draw left circle. Nash in there to line up here against Poliziani. Wins it, or Bowes I should say, wins it back left point. Leahy throws it off the end board, sticks at the blocker post. Bit of a delay there for Mike Campbell to blow the play dead, but it finally is. As reaching back was Sinclair for the whistles. He just hangs on after it caromed off those lively end boards and back to the side of his goal. So the face-off will stay inside the Chief end. Armstrong, Ward, sometimes with Sanheim, sometimes with Bowes, but it's been an effective 2/3. And when this line is out there, they've had some good offensive zone heavy minutes. Draw on the Chief left circle, 2:32 gone, still scoreless here in the second period. Tight one at Prospera Center. Bowes won the draw, trickles to the slot, but picked up by Jake Smith, and he'll skate out to center quickly. Chips it around Leahy on the left wing. Both turn back to the puck behind the net. They come together. Leahy finds it, strong arms it around the far side. Jammed ahead by Ward, skated out to center by Armstrong. Chipping it back into the left wing corner from the blue line and gives Arsenault a ride on the end boards. McCarthy in the far wall for Hora got knocked there off the puck by Ward. Puck behind the net for Bowes, trying to spin off Arsenault, but Arsenault tied him up, then he kicked it to the corner. Ward after that goes shoulder to shoulder with Hora, and the Chiefs reverse once more. Arsenault through the middle missed his man, and Hora outside the line. Vees play it back in on left wing. Knocked down and hit the linesman. Bowes keeping it in, waving at it, can't find it. Ward keeps it in high slot, walks in into the chest of Sinclair, and then after the play, McCarthy slew-footing Cassidy Bowes there in front of the net, undetected by the ref, but a good steal by the line by Taylor Ward and Cassidy Bowes, pressuring the Chiefs, who forced a couple turnovers, but a nice stop by Sinclair to not let the rebound out.
And Cassidy Bowes is going to frustrate some opposing players in years to come. We've seen it already through the handful of games he's played. He plays such a gritty, hard-nosed game. He's got a very big offensive side, throws the body. Going to be a great player for the Vees. Off
the draw, Meek comes in to get the puck, bottom left circle, centered, but it was away from Sillinger. Wrong-handed opportunity, as he's a left-handed shot, not the right-handed shot. Rossini the line, keeps it in, centers! Monte right in front on a pass out of the corner from Cruikshank. Can't find the handle in the crease. Cruikshank back right point to Meek, drifts it on net, and likely going wide over the goal, but standing glove save by Sinclair. What a chance for Amonte right in front, but that's why Don Cherry says keep your stick on the ice, as Amonte couldn't get it down in time to try to tap in that feed out of the corner from Cruikshank.
Yeah, Cruikshank just right out to Amonte. You wonder there if Amonte, instead of grabbing that on his backhand, should have just got a quick shot away, as he's right-handed. Comes out to his right side, but he collects it on his backhand before trying to go to his forehand and losing the puck. Just a quick one-time right-handed snapshot, and that puck's probably in the back of the net.
Shots right now. 3-2 Chilliwack, but the Vees keep the puck in. Clack the line for Miller off the face-off. Sends it around and back behind the net to Jones. Gets back on his forehand, waiting behind the goal. Spinning away from Arsenal. Leaves it for Clack. Coming out. Blocker's side. Can't jam it in as he was blocked there at the post by the stick of Calverley. Puck on the wall. Batted out of the air by Jones from just inside the blue line to knock it back behind the Chiefs' net. Puck in the corner. Arsenal up the right wing wall. Calverley battled there by the Vees, number 8 and Jones. It deflects behind the goal again. Watson reversing around to Smith on the far side. Got bumped by Jones. Jones fell, but the Vees push it back in behind the net once more. Watson harassed there by Campbell and company. Comes up the far side. Now tapped ahead by Vincent. Out at center, Jake Smith on a line change by himself. Drop pass, but right to Nick Jones as no one was there. And he banks it out to center from the near side. McCarthy just drifts it back in from the Vees line, goes around the boards to the left wing. Olszewski bumped by Miller. Jones fan on a clearing attempt on the wall, but then blocked a pass down low. Now it's chipped by Olszewski behind the net. Miller reversing to the right wing. No one there except for McCarthy. He'll drill it around the boards. Goes to the Vees left corner. Miller there to pitchfork a backhander down ice. That will be a quick icing call as the Vees lost their structure there a little bit. The top line, an extended shift somewhat, and got chasing the puck against that Chief top line and forced to ice it with 4:54 gone in the second period.
Yeah, and Amante, Clack had come off for Amante, so it's kind of 2/3 of that top line, and then just Amante playing the right side. So 50-50 line here, a bit of confusion between the two of them. A big face-off win though by the Vees.
They reverse the puck quickly out to center. Campbell gains the red line, hits the linesman, creating an offside play as he tried to dump it in, gives him a bit of a earful. Chiefs knock it out to center. Leahy knocked that down on his side of the red line on left wing, and Campbell plays it towards the net and just taking no chances there. Mark Sinclair, as Grant Tyson telling the goalie to play it, but he won't, so he covers. And the whistle goes. Nothing more irritating for a goaltender when you try to cover the puck and the referee's not blowing it dead and you're just giving him that stink eye saying, let's get this play over with. Bit of a gamesmanship between Tyson and Sinclair, the goaltender there. 5:15 gone, no score. Vees slowly tilting the ice in their favor here in the second period, as they have 2 shots on goal, but a lot of zone time so far. 13-8 overall the shots in this game in favor of the Vees. Draw in the circle. Nash kicked it back to the blue line. Bass comes to the middle, takes the shot off a stick and wide. Drifts up the left wing board. Sanheim throws it to the net, gloved out of the air by Sinclair. As Sanheim maybe looking for Ward down low, back door, but that's snatched by the glove of the goalie for another whistle. And a lot of face-offs early on in the Chief end in the second period.
And I think Ward was yelling for that puck. I'm not sure if Sanheim heard him, because it looked like Sanheim just turned and got a shot at net, and Taylor Ward all alone over on the side, just in the hash marks there waiting for a pass, but puck hits Sinclair. He hangs on for a whistle, and that line will stay out for another shift. Scramble
draw in the left circle. Ward on the wall, fights for it, puts it down low. Nash behind the net, trying to center with Sanheim. That was blocked by Buns. He'll reverse up the right wing quickly. Fangio got it to center. Bass at his bench, played it towards the Chief line. Buns intercepts, races across the red line and plays it back in behind the goal. Robson reversing left corner. Vincent tried to cut it off, but he lost the puck. Ward chipped it ahead to Sanheim. Gets bodied by Watson as they stand each other up, but gets the puck in deep on the back end. As he was trying to chip it around Watson and go on the counterattack. Chiefs reset. Vincent at his blue line. Drop pass right to Sanheim in the center circle, though. He'll drag it back in on the left wing. Buns back to that in the left corner. Pancake there on the end glass by Ty Amante. 6 minutes gone here in the second. The clock continues to run. Puck in behind the goal. Buns kicks up the far wall. Sillinger back to line. Left wing Leahy across Bass. Right point. Waits. Down low. Just out of the reach is Sanheim in the right circle. Goes behind the net, but Sanheim was peeling back after the pass from Amante came out in front from behind the net. Bad timing there, unfortunately, for the Vees, and they reset back at neutral. Now Cruikshank off the bench. Got it from Leahy. Back in on the right wing. Moves down the wall against Watson into the corner on his backhand. Ran into the referee, lost his stick as well. Puck grabbed by Buns, backs it up the line. Leahy can't keep it in. Offside is the call with 13:16 to go. As the Vees have had some pressure, unfortunately just a miscommunication there. Sanheim was tired, wanted to go for a change. Amante fed it back in the circle, but he was already turning back to the bench.
Yeah, the Vees haven't been able to find any open ice in that kind of dangerous slot areas. Chilliwack's done a good job to keep them to the outside. No real high-quality scoring chances for either team so far in the second.
Off the draw, Leahy from center dumps it back into the right wing corner. Comes up the dasher board, Sillinger at the line, spins, fires it back to the open left wing corner. Takes a generous bounce up the wall. Cruikshank got checked in the circle trying to make a move on his backhand. And Dixon gets it off the glass, but his glove down at center, and that's a hand pass against the Vees as Leahy pawed that down for a whistle. Again, our Boston Pizza 3 stars coming up one final time in this BCHL postseason after tonight's game, brought to you by Boston Pizza Penticton, 1900 Main Street, also a premier partner of the Western Canada Cup. So draw just outside the Vees, blue line after the hand pass call against Penticton, right wing side. 7:03 gone in the second, still a scoreless game. Chiefs win the draw, reverse to Arsenault. The defenseman dumps it in right wing corner near his bench at center. Vees chip it outside the line quickly as Campbell tipped that out on a Mendel play up the wall. Drifted back in, Robson gloved it down, plays it behind his net for James Miller. Standing and watching is Olszewski in front. He'll zip that out to center and left wing. Tipped between his own legs by Campbell and back in down the wall. After it behind the net, Chris Clack trying to curl around from the right wing corner. Got bodied off the puck momentarily. Calverley dropped it back in the corner for Arsenault. Harassed by Jones. Puck is loose in skates. Now played back behind the net again, this time for McCarthy. He'll go up the far side. And that's Olszewski. And he'll just lob it high in the air. Just missing the scoreboard. Miller in front of his net. Gloved it down. Took it nicely. Spins it back on the near side, reversing, and Jones skates it back on right wing. Across the line, Campbell on the wall, took it, quickly rims it back around to the far corner. Clack there in the left corner, shields it against McCarthy. Steps off the goal line, got wrapped up, lost the puck. Jones comes in, he battles Calverley. He'll chip it though back in behind his net. Kawaguchi dropped it there. Arsenault in the corner. Waiting and regrouping the breakout as the Vees change. Ahead to Kawaguchi at center ice. Down the middle, Jordan Kawaguchi into the glove of Matt Robson. A nice stop from the top of the circles as Kawaguchi is trying to bide his time, waiting for his teammates to complete a change. And smartly gets the face-off with 11:40 to go in the second, still scoreless. This game awaiting its first goal.
Well, and there's that gap control again by the Vees, stepping up to take away the gap away from Chilliwack's top scorer in Jordan Kawaguchi, and all he can do is get a shot on net. A very dangerous shot at that as Robson has to make a big glove save, but keep that pressure to the outside and make them shoot from outside of that dangerous zone.
43 points, 18 goals in these playoffs for Kawaguchi. At the draw, Fanjoy tried to keep it in. Armstrong takes it away and backhands it up the right side and between the benches and back in the Chief, and now turned over. Armstrong in front, stopped by the glove of Sinclair after it was blindly thrown out of the corner by Bernard to the middle, and it was knocked down by Sinclair's glove. A big stop there. Fanjoy the other way was checked by Bowes on the back check of the Vees line, and Penticton now regroups in their own end. What a chance for Armstrong. Stretch pass for Taylor Ward at center. Back in down the right side. A little delay on the half wall as the Vees reset, but now it's taken away by Buns and left for Carver Watson. He'll go back in behind his goal. Comes back out on the near side. Now he'll leave for Buns in front. Far boards up the right side. Smith on a bounce will turn up on his forehand on the right side. Vincent drifts it on, and that's routinely gloved down by Robson with 10:49 to go. What a chance for Jamie Armstrong. Right idea to jump the gap, but that's a nice stop by Sinclair to knock down after that turnover by Chilliwack. Aaron O'Neill turned it up and blindly threw it in the middle.
Yeah, does a good job to read that, and Armstrong kind of cutting away from the play, and Taylor Ward looks like he just about gets away with a trip on O'Neill there, but no calls from the referee, and you imagine in this kind of hockey game it's going to be pretty tough to get a penalty. It'll look something like a stolen scoring chance for the arm to go up.
Off the draw, Arsenault on the line just lays it back in behind the Vees net, but Sillinger took it away from Vincent up the glass on left wing, and turning and going back for that as Arsenault as icing's waved off. 10:35 to go here in this second. Scoreless, game 7 between the Chiefs and the Vees. On the forecheck, Cruikshank and Amante feverishly trying to dig it loose. They do. Amante back left point. Reversed right side for Meek. Slaps it off the end board. Sillinger behind the net grabs that puck. Trying to spin away from Arsenault. Momentarily does. Below the left goal line. Trying to leave it behind the net for Amante. He was tied up. Chiefs grab that puck again. Come out on their left wing. Reverse to the right side by Arsenault to Dixon at center. Puts it down the Vees board to behind their net. Robson stops. Reversing all the way out to his blue line for an away awaiting Sillinger. He'll turn, gets to center, and lobs it back in to complete a line change. Campbell out on the forecheck. Puts a body to Bernard on the end wall, but he'll reverse up the wall. And that's Kawaguchi at center on right wing, trying to come back in. Offside on a nice poke check by Jones against Jordan Kawaguchi. And we will take a break. 10 minutes gone in the second. Still scoreless. Game 7, the Fred Page Cup final. Fraser Rogers, Scott Austin with you. 9:51 to go in the UPS Store time check. Still scoreless between the Chiefs and the Vees. Shots at this point 14-9 for Penticton. A very good job of muzzling that high-powered Chilliwack offense as we have donuts here on the scoreboard, and draw outside the Vees line on right wing after that offside call against Chilliwack. Sillinger, Amante, and Cruikshank, a line that's played the majority of the regular season together and some of the playoffs, have been very effective tonight as they're reunited for Game 7. Off the draw, though, McCarthy puts it back in from center. Robson stops that. Bass will reverse up the near boards. Amante shoveled it ahead. Sillinger coming out, cuts to his left wing at center, back across the blue line. Wrist shot blocked in the slot, tapped by Mendel, but he tried to go back the line, but he missed. Intercepted. Calverley in on the left side, dragging, shooting, missing just wide on the glove side. Maybe the best chance for Chilliwack tonight there to open up the score. Back come the Vees on the right side. Cruikshank jams the brakes on the right wing wall. Backhands it down low behind the net. Sillinger slides underneath the check of Buns. Puck goes back up the boards on the near side. Amante chips it down the corner. Comes off the stanchion in front, but Campbell can't settle it down in front, and Arsenault took it away. Cole Poliziani ahead on right wing. Throws it back on, and Robson just casually gloves that down from his knees on that Poliziani shot from the wall. Those end boards are creating some funny hops in and around that Chief goal down to our right, as Campbell there just had that puck on the wrong side of his stick as it came off a bounce in front in the crease.
Yeah, just a little bit in too tight on the goaltender. Sinclair not able to make anything of that puck as it comes out from behind, and then Matt Robson, just cleans up a Poliziani shot. We'll have a face-off here to his left. It's really been a tale of defense so far in the second period.
It's been a great chess smash between these two teams. Off the draw, Vees reverts it up their left wing, and Campbell drives that in hard off the end boards. Rims around the Chief end. Clack throws it behind the net to Jones. Left goal line here. Nick Jones watched by Watson. Circles up top to the point. Throws it to the middle off the pads as he curled in from the left wing at the blue line, and from the deep slot there, a drifting wrist shot kicked away by Sinclair through traffic. Puck behind the Chief net. Picked up by Watson on his left wing. Headman pass ahead to Ben Fanjoy. Chips it just outside the Vees line, back into the right corner. Takes Leahy hard into the boards, knocking him down. Jones in deep, shielding the puck, plays it up the boards to Campbell. Trying to turn out on his forehand. He'll muscle it out to center, and Bernard back for that at his blue line for Chilliwack. 8:13 and counting to go in the second period, I should say. Buns dancing his way up the middle. Davis Buns, a shot drifted on Robson, a weak one off his stick. And he'll just cover the puck up from the top of his crease, with the crowd coming down on him. As Buns was trying to catch the Vees on a bit of a change, but nothing doing there. 8:04 and counting to go in this second. Still a scoreless game. Shots 15-11 at this juncture for the Vees. Draw back in Penticton's left wing circle. Good chance for Will Calverley moments ago in transition. Maybe the best chance tonight for the Chiefs. Yeah, Matt Robson comes out to the top of his crease, makes himself big, and there's another big rebound off Mark Sinclair. We've talked about these. The Vees find a way to jump on that rebound. Off the draw, Bernard from the blue line sent it back in behind the goal. Hora in the right corner, dropped it for Calverley, trying to cycle with Smith as well. He got bodied to Smith by Monty to break it up. Mendel on the wall, and Cruikshank off the glass, high in the air, down ice on left wing. Foot race developing. Sanheim there, but Buns reached in and swipes it to the corner. Plays in the middle of his zone for Calverley, who pulled it to an open right wing and back in Vees territory. Rossini back out here, turning back for it, shielded on his end wall, trying to reverse off a stick behind his net. Smith couldn't jam it in front. Rossini took down Calverley. Arm stays down from the referee. We play on past the point, deflected, and then played back in by Arsenault behind the net. Chilliwack trying to get something going here in the cycle. Smith on the left wall, coming into the slot. Right point shot broke the stick of Arsenault. Vees catch a break, and it's chipped out to center by Cruikshank, and back in on the right side off a glove. Sanheim forward checking. Watson curling around up his right side, the defender. Lots of room here. Carver Watson end to end. Watson had his stick break in the left circle after he got slashed. And this time the referees have their arms in the air, and you can't argue that one. evidence laying on the ice, and the game's first power play is going to Chilliwack.
And Gabe Bass just a little bit too active with the stick there, but I don't think you want to give Watson that much room to get all the way in. If you step up on him a little earlier, you don't have to do that. The Vees, no gap control there as nobody engages with Watson. He starts behind his own net and doesn't get touched until about the top of the circle. And at that point, Gabe Bass a little bit too excited with that stick in on the hands, breaks the stick about a foot down from the top, and the Vees here go to the penalty kill for the first time in this huge Game 7.
6:58 and counting to go in the second, and Gabe Bass, one of their best penalty killers, double whammy in the box for the slash. Providence Funeral Home penalty kill. Cohen Olszewski's barely played in the second period. Out here for the face-off. The Vees reverse it up the left side, and Campbell gets it out to center. Bass for slashing, he's off. Providence Funeral Home penalty kill. Smith's dumping, hit the linesman, gets it back, plays it down low. Calverley plays it around the boards to the right wing, Fanjoy. Back left point, Watson. Watson middle point, Fanjoy. And Watson play pass. Carver Watson set up that overtime winner on the power play last night to Fanjoy. Backdoor, Smith, shot into the chest of Robson from the right wing. No rebound, he hangs on. Chiefs power play ranked 4th in the playoffs at just under 28%. Vees penalty kill ranked 4th overall at 80% even, but it's better on the road as it's ranked 3rd at 86.4%. Great chance for Jake Smith, better save for Robson from the right wing circle. Half a minute gone in this Chiefs power play. Bast off for slashing, 6.5 to go in the second. We are scoreless.
Yeah, and you wonder if Jason Tatarnic is waiting to put Kawaguchi out on the second power play unit, dumped down. Oh my goodness, referee, get out of the way. But unofficially, Kawaguchi not on the ice during this first power play.
Yeah, that clearing attempt by the Vees hit the ref at center, and they do get it down ice. Fanjoy brought it back in on left wing, dropped at the blue line. Bernard, his pass across, blocked by the active stick of Jones, but kept in by Fanjoy. Gets it back middle point. Left side for Bernard. They'll trade positions. Fanjoy on the left wall. Throws it back to Bernard to the line. Right wing. Calverley in. Missed it wide. And that will rim around the blowers and out to center ice and dies near the Vees bench where Bernard picks it up. Vees making some changes. Bernard lost the handle trying to bring it in. Short-handed at center. Cruikshank got the pass ahead from Leggy. Bobbled it. Sends it back in front, but Jones can't get the shot. It is blocked by Aaron O'Neill. No one knows where the puck is. Jones will now settle it down and play it back to his blue line. 35 to go in the power play, and then now Mendel drives it in deep from his side of center. Cruikshank couldn't get that stretch pass cleanly at center, else he was on that shorthanded breakaway. 26 seconds left in the power play. Jordan Kawaguchi, first time out here on the man advantage. Nice play by Cruikshank to block the pass to him at the Vees line. Played back in by Bernard, stopped by Robson behind his net. Miller rimming it around to the right wing, but Kawaguchi knocked it down on the half wall. Now trying to spin away from Miller. Kawaguchi, right goal line. Goes in back behind the goal. 7 seconds left in the power play. Center out in front, but taken away by Sillinger. Now on the right side for Cruikshank. Power play over. Vees bring it in offside for the whistle. As Cruikshank fighting the puck, stick handling wise there, but an excellent penalty kill by him and company, as they really didn't allow Chiefs to get solid possession outside the one shot for Jake Smith. Power play over. Vees 1 for 1 in the Providence Funeral Home penalty kill.
No, I'm surprised to not see Kawaguchi till just under 30 seconds left, and you wonder if Tatarnic, coach for Chiefs, never got a chance to get him out there against the Vees' second PK unit.
5 to go in the second. Vees have 15 shots. At Chilliwack's 12 are still scoreless. Leahy at his line, chasing down Vincent, who tried to tip it in. Sanheim deep, reversing around his boards. Comes back on the near side to Ward. He'll shield, took a hit, but played it ahead. Nash on right wing, chipped it for Sanheim on his back end, tried to sling it on net, missed it off the toe of his stick. Nash finds a rebound in the corner, left point. Leahy fires it just wide through a crowd. Rims up the near side. Sanheim spins that back from the half wall behind the net from the right wing. Played away from Ward though by Buns in the corner. Sanheim missed the hit on Watson on the half wall. Nash intercepted, but then he had it turned over and it slid out to center by Dixon. Leahy at the center circle, across to Meek, dumping, hit someone, comes to Clack, then he lost the handle on the half wall, kicked down by Jones, and that play, soccer style, played into the right wing corner. Clack there trying to get loose in the right circle. Chris Clack in the slot. Campbell shot off a stick. Comes back in front off the glass. Jones on it backhand. Can't find it. Rebound. Spins and shoots it into the chest to Sinclair on the glove side. Bouncing puck. 3:49 to go. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Good chance for Campbell and Jones, but both were deflected shots.
Well, good pressure down low. Jones and Clack create some havoc for the Chiefs and find Campbell in the slot. And Campbell might have been, it got touched there by a Chiefs stick and goes up over and then bounces around and ends up in the glove of Sinclair. A face-off here to his left.
Clack back to line to Bass. One times it off the end boards from the right wing. Now rattled to the left wing corner. Campbell got wrapped up on the half wall there by Mccarthy. Bernard behind his net, quickly reversing around. Kawaguchi couldn't find it. Bass on the right wall, floats it in front. Off the ski to Jones, darts all the way back left point. Mendel there to shuttle it down in the corner. McCarthy meets that puck. Gets it away from Campbell. Up the wall it goes. And now Poliziani across for Kawaguchi at center on left wing. Coming back inside the zone, but he's bodied there by Bast on the glass. And he'll reverse the Vees assistant captain. Campbell can't clear up the right point, but now gets the puck. Stretch past the Clack, trying to get behind the D. He is, but fighting and poking the puck off his stick was Buns. Racing back on an excellent defensive play as Clack just couldn't get the wheels going and never got that partial breakaway he wanted. Played back down the Vees corner. It's reversed behind the net to Bast, and he'll break it out on his left wing with under 3 to go now in a scoreless second period. At the Chief line, got held up, but chips it back in deep as the Vees make a change on the fly. Chip back out to neutral ice. Leahy tried to shoot it in off a body. Bounces back towards the Vees bench. Amante tried to play it back in. Arsenault played it out, and Meek brought it in offside with 2:36 to go. Another partial breakaway, but another broken play. Never a clean chance for their Clack to kind of get going as he was fighting that puck at the blue line in. And Buns an excellent stick reach to break it up.
Yeah, Clack was definitely in full flight, but just didn't get that puck in the right spot as he had to kind of retrieve it from behind him, then pivot back forward and gets caught by Buns, and no shot on net for the Vees.
Vees bring it back in on the offside. Face up Leahy as he carried in, was hit on the far wall by O'Neill. 2.5 minutes ago, Chiefs reversed up the near side. Watson racing out to center, back in. Carver Watson's been very dynamic. Throws it on goal from the corner, and that's a stop by Robson. Then Sillinger buries Calverley, who is very easily off his skates there. And the embellishment not being bought by the referee, Grant Tyson, nor Mike Campbell. And that's a bit of an MO now, I have to be honest. Chilliwack, a team that's getting a reputation for, I don't want to say diving, but going down pretty easily in this series. And I think the referees are starting to take notice.
Yeah, and just about every V goes over to him and offers him an award for the acting coming down Main Street as Sillinger kind of bumps him and Calvary goes down like a cheap tent from Walmart as the referees kind of laugh and shake their head. We'll have a face-off here to the left of Robson.
Reversed across the zone to the left point. Bernard swipes at it, keeps it down low. Miller behind his net will slice that puck around to the far boards. Golfed at by Sanheim, but his clearing attempt blocked by Buns. Now it's reversed by Mendel up the near side left wing. Nash got picked off by Bernard, walking in on a backhand, trying to throw it in front! Off the left pad of Robson on a backhand attempt by Smith in tight. Great stop there as Nash and company couldn't clear and almost got burned. They still can't clear. Puck on the far boards and finally muscled out by Sanheim and Nash to center ice. What a chance for Jake Smith, the best of the game for probably either side. Right in tight on the glove side, but a lunging left pad save of the post by Robson keeps it scoreless.
Well, another instance where the Vees leave the zone too early as Miller's trying to make a pass and Nash is already outside the zone. Nothing to pass to.
Pass back door. Leahy stopped by Sinclair from the left circle. Great hustle by Sanheim. Out of the right wing corner to fire that back door, and a nice stop by Sinclair at the other end with 85 seconds left.
Yeah, that puck pops in front and he doesn't even, that's
rolled off the
Smith, it doesn't even get anything on it. And then a nice pass by Sanheim to find Leahy back door, and Leahy left-handed shot, a quick one-timer into the chest of Sinclair. So big plays at both end, and minute 25 left in this second period, game 7 of the finals. We're still at Donuts.
Draw in the Chief left circle, swept back behind the net by O'Neill against Jones. Kawaguchi on his left wing trying to start the breakout. Send it across the defense. McCarthy banked it ahead. O'Neill skates onto that. Reaching in and poking it off his stick was Leggy on the half wall. Puck now in skates deep in the V zone on the right wing, just above the goal line by Clack on the wall, trying to muscle it out. Leaves it for Campbell. He'll skate out with a minute to go. On the right side, Jones with numbers. Cuts back in. Nick Jones on the blue line. Throws it to the net off a skate off the pad. And then Campbell in the rebound. Shot it off the side of the goal. Puck in the right corner. Clack to Bast. Middle point, Mendel doesn't shoot. Waits back to Bast. Right point, little bobble. Just chips it down the dasher in behind the goal. Clack had to jump off his stick with 40 seconds left. Him and Arsenault come together on the end boards below the goal line as they are wrapped up. Jones in there as well, trying to get this puck loose. He gets pinned by McCarthy in the left wing corner. Vincent there trying to drag it away from Crookshank. Reversed out to center by Smith. Bass with 24 seconds left pounds that back in. Back behind his goal, Olivier Arsenault. Off the glass, hard pass. That should be an icing call. No, they say Vincent actually tipped that down at center. Robson with 12 seconds left, plays it out to his line. Crookshank ahead for Sillinger, back down the left wing, trying to go wide on Watson. 5 seconds left in the period in the corner. Sillinger cycling there with Amante. V's got to hurry, but they're going to run out of time as Amante was knocked to the ice. And now Crookshank and Carver Watson, after the whistle, come together in the Chief zone behind their net. But just like the first, we are scoreless after the second. Some late chances, but the goaltenders have been sharp as well tonight, and both teams doing well, keeping each other in check. It's been an entertaining scoreless hockey game so far.
Yeah, and right there, finished by Duncan Campbell, who gets the puck right to the side on his backhand, tries to slide one past the left toe of Mark Sinclair and not able to bury his chance as he hits the side of the net. But I think you're exactly right, Fraser. More of a defensive chess match in that second period. Very few good opportunities. The Vees a little bit more support for James Miller there, and that puck's out of the zone and gives the Chiefs a good opportunity, and then some chances of their own for the Vees down in the other end, not able to make good. So 0-0 after 40 minutes. It's going to set up a hell of a third period here for the Fred Page Cup.
Great atmosphere here in a scoreless game through 40 minutes. You can tell both teams are playing airtight hockey. No one wants to make a mistake. Shots were 8-7 in that second period for the Vees. We'll go to break and bring you your Sunshine Glass and Mirror intermission show. Scoreless in Game 7 after 40 minutes. We're back with more on Easy Rock after this. Center, Fraser Rogers and Scott Austin back with you. We are scoreless to start the third period of Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup final between the Vees and the Chilliwack Chiefs. Opening face-up of the third brought to you by IGA Okanagan Falls, conveniently located off Highway 97 South. Team switch ends, Vees right to left, attacking the goal to my left. Left to right are the Chiefs attacking the goal down to my right. Opening face-off, Sillinger flanked by Ty Amante and Grant Crookshank. Cohen Olszewski out here to take the face-off, played sparingly in the second as he's nursing a lower body injury, but he wins the drawback and the third period is underway. A dump in back to Miller at his line, chipped it out to center near the penalty box doors. Then a dump in by the Chiefs is actually grabbed by Kawaguchi on left wing, throws it in from the wall, but that's right into the breadbasket of Matt Robson. An easy stop there 15 seconds in as the crowd gathered, but he did not let out a rebound, and the whistle goes. Bit of a tough break there as Miller's clearing attempt hit the linesman just outside the line to create that seam for Kawaguchi to go down the left wing. Draw will stay in the V zone to the blocker's side of Robson. That's just the 14th shot tonight for the Chiefs. Draw in the V's left wing circle. Jones out there to take it. He'll go against Jake Smith now, playing with Kawaguchi and Calverley as Kawaguchi starts double shifting here in the third period in a scoreless game. V's won the draw though. Miller on the wall, got it, reversing it around and up on his left wing. Campbell taps it out to center on a backhand, knifed in by Clack near the Chief line. On the wall, Arsenault off the glass over the head of Campbell and back to neutral ice. Bass settles it down, puts it in off the end boards. Left there, Arsenault grabs the puck behind his goal, resetting. Kawaguchi in his left wing took the pass out to his blue line. Try to chip it in, but that should be an icing call, as that was waist high for Calverley, who couldn't touch it. That is an icing call against the Chiefs here. So an early face-off coming back in their end in a scoreless third period. 40 seconds gone. UPS Store time check for you.
Well, the Chiefs able to make that first pass over to Kawaguchi on the wall, but then no support from both Calverley or Smith, as Kawaguchi just kind of throws one up the boards. It goes down for an ice. A big face-off here for the Vees.
Chiefs won the draw. They reverse up their right side. This is Connor McCarthy, the Quebec product. All 6'6", out to center to Kawaguchi, standing between the benches. He'll turn and fire it in. Went off Robson's stick, but behind the net, Miller gets to it first. Reversing right wing side. Poliziani met there as him and Miller came together. Puck left behind the net, now comes off the stick, and Miller right out in front, but Mendel blocks the shot on a backhand attempt by Smith. Puck down the right wing corner. Chiefs trying to press. Amante trying to break it up. His play up the wall picked off by Poliziani. Chipped it back down low in the corner. Calverley knocked down. Smith picks it up back behind the Vees net. Back left point. Watson through a crowd and wide on a drifting half slapper. And Cruikshank has a rebound. He'll stick handle at the center ice. Gets an extra gear. Back in on the right wing. Stops. Takes a shot. Blocked. Rebound in front off Jones. And actually goes to the near corner. Cylinder there. Body. But Jones comes in to take the puck away. Jones left goal line trying to center. Bass was creeping down, but it jumped off a stick in front. Bass turns and fires from the line to track it down. But Sinclair makes the save. Now turned over. Sanheim on the glove side. Off the goalie's mask from the goal line as he tried to catch him off his angle. Played back behind the net. Sanheim tied up by O'Neill, but spinning off there was Nash, but he couldn't center in front. And Bass had his stick knocked out of his hands. Back the ways Davis Buns on left wing, puts the brakes on. Backdoor pass blocked by Meek, who just came off the bench in place of the stickless Bass. Now you bring it back in and chip it back down low in the right wing corner. Settles around the goal to the left side. Sanheim decked down and driven to the ice by Bernard on the half wall. Puck goes back to the blue line. Leggy in front. Armstrong was there, but couldn't handle the puck. Rolls to the right side of the Chiefs zone. Stick lift by Sanheim. In front, Armstrong has a chance. Can't handle the puck. Never got a shot off on that blocker's side. He goes after behind the net. Sanheim there to try to help out, but Calverley took it away and will reverse. What a chance for Armstrong, but never could get the shot off. Maybe try to stick handle one too many times there instead of just shooting the puck.
I think he was trying to find the perfect angle to slide one past Sinclair instead of just getting one off and hope for another rebound for yourself. It was a nice pass there by Sanheim to hit Armstrong in front.
Now Meek back at his blue line, sprung it ahead for Ward on right wing, wrestled down, no penalty. Vees bench barking. Puck goes back behind the Chief goal. 3 minutes gone the third. Mendel on the left wall, gloves down the clearing attempt. Walks in left circle, sharp angle off the stick of McCarthy and out of play behind the Chief net for a whistle. I think you could say Jamie Armstrong overthought that chance. In a game 7 in such a tight game, you just got to shoot the puck when you're that close.
Well, and make it quick too. You get that pass on the rebound or on the backhand. You quickly get a shot away. You might catch Mark Sinclair sleeping, but instead he hangs onto it and tries to make a move, loses the puck in front, and there's another view at it. Just run out of real estate, and at this point of the game, there's no such thing as a bad shot, especially from in tight.
3:10 gone in the third. Vees had the draw on the Chief left wing. It's put back behind the net though. Vincent reversing for Kawaguchi deep in the right corner. Out to center, glove down by Miller between the penalty box doors. He was tied up, but helping out was Clack, and he'll pound it down the right wing and back in behind the goal. No score early third period. Chiefs reversing. Kawaguchi on his left half wall. Bobble the puck there against Nick Jones. Puck's in skates, but McCarthy gets to it. And Kawaguchi got the drop pass, spins it off the glass, past everyone. That's going to be an icing call against the Chiefs. And they cannot make a change here as this line of Smith, Kawaguchi, and Vincent have to come back for a defensive zone draw. And the Vees will try to get fresh legs out here with 3.5 minutes gone in an offensive zone faceoff.
On the top line on the ice for that, so they'll come off. Sillinger, Cruikshank, and Amante will come on. Mendel and Miller play defense. A huge draw. Try to win it for Sillinger on a tired Chilliwack line.
Draw left circle, comes back to Mendel on the wall to the net. Pad save, juicy rebound in front, but grabbed by Kawaguchi. Skates out to center, banks it ahead on right wing. Vincent trying to track it down against Mendel. It's chopped off his stick. Cruikshank across his blue line to the right side to Sillinger. Drops it off to Miller inside his zone. Headman pass at center picked off. Nice read by Bernard. Ahead, Lyndon Hoare on the left wing on his backhand. Can't get around Miller. Takes it to the corner boards. Got poked off his stick, and then Miller gets it back. Clearing attempt block. Second effort on a backhand. Pitchforks it up off the glass to center. And that's where it's tapped in by Cruikshank from the right wing. Sinclair behind his net, reversing to the far side. Calverley shields it there on the wall against Almonte, then plays it back in the middle. Watson will double back from his blue line. Throws it back across to Bernard on his left wing. Pass through center, tipped in by Calverley, and back in the Vees right corner. 4.5 minutes gone, third period. No score here in Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup Final. Ty Connick backing behind his goal on his left goal line now, out to center, kicked in by Sanheim, but coming across was Arsenault in his slot to take it away from Ward and get it back towards center. Ward took down O'Neill near the Vees bench. Puck rolls back to Bast inside his zone. Up the middle for a streaking Nash. He'll carry back in on the right side on his back end, bottom right circle. Tried to throw it in front off the side of the goal, but Ward's backhand off his stick and didn't have enough mustard on it. Now he'll find it though, left corner in front. Sanheim stopped on the one-timer. Left pad save, rebound, Bast into the glove of Sinclair from the wall, and he hangs on with 5:10 gone. Sanheim got a stick in the face as he let the one-timer go. He's letting the referee know that, but great stop by Sinclair to keep it scoreless.
Yeah, Sanheim not happy, looks at both officials, gets no love from either as after that one-timer goes away. It looks like the glove, one of the Chiefs players got up in the face. Sanheim already wears that full face shield from a broken jaw injury earlier in the year in Victoria, so another big save, but another huge rebound there by Sinclair.
Puck came on the wall from the right circle draw, and Kawaguchi intercepts, chips it down on left wing. Him and Miller battle and take each other into the corner boards. Deep in the V's end, Jones trying to wrestle that puck loose. Stick is all tied up here with Anthony Vincent. Now Miller behind his goal, reversing around the boards on the right wing, but it comes to McCarthy first. He'll chip it down low. Rolls back behind the V's net. Jones up that far boards. Clack to center. Campbell chips it towards the Chief blue line. Got hit at center by McCarthy. V's are changing. Kawaguchi ahead to the bench, and Olszewski tips it in standing near the V's blue line to start a Chief change now. Almost 6 minutes gone in the third, still scoreless. V's break it out. Miller ahead to Sillinger, back in with speed, cutting to the right circle, shooting! Pad save Sinclair on the blocker side. Sillinger, nice delay, found his seam, but Sinclair kicked out the leg to keep it out from the right circle.
No, the C's kind of parted there for Sillinger. He finds a gap and gets a good shot off.
Now Leggy from the point throws it to the net off the chest, and then the belly flop on the rebound by Sinclair to pounce out and grab the puck for the whistle. What a chance for Sillinger. They show it down the right wing, try to go low blocker far side. Excellent shot placement, but just a better save. Sinclair, his best maybe the night there. 13:47 to go in the UPS Store time check. Still scoreless. V's another great chance to crack this thing open.
And the V's definitely leading in the scoring chance department as they've really started to climb the total, and fortunately not able to beat Sinclair. Is another good save, and that line will stay out here for the V's.
Face off the one by Olszewski from that left circle. Far corner, Kawaguchi reversing up to Vincent. On the left wing at center, took a shot from Sillinger along the glass, but gets it in deep behind the V's net. 6.5 minutes gone, still scoreless. Puck in the right corner, Leahy took it away, but then he almost waited too long, but got away from Kawaguchi. And now he'll take it back behind his goal to reset the breakup. Jordan Kawaguchi, such a dangerous player no matter where he is on the ice. Always have to be aware of 28 when he's out there on the ice for a shift. Leahy standing behind his goal, just leaves the puck for Mendel, and he'll go for a change. Mendel curls out on his right wing, hard pass to center, missed Clack. Quick icing call against the Vees, and remind you, Plaza Cleaners, the official dry cleaner of the Penticton Vees. Main Street Penticton, also in Summerland on Rosedale Avenue. Proud to make the Vees look good.
Well, the V's all sorts of time as Mendel comes out and tries to make a pass for a touch-in at the far blue line. Smith goes down for an ice, so we'll have a face-off here to the right of Robson, and he'd like Mendel to almost skate that. He had quite a bit of room to get over center and get it in, but tries to get that touch pass in.
Off the draw comes back to Watson in the left wing. The defenseman just plays it back in around the boards. On the right side, falling, cutting an edge with Calvary, allowing Campbell to push it out near center ice, where it's wristed back in by McCarthy. tumbles back in behind the Vees net. Mendel, he got tripped up, maybe caught an edge. Puck in the right corner. Smith centering, nice block there by Jones. And then diving, pushing it ahead is Campbell, and Jones will skate that out. 1-on-3, chips it in deep from just outside the Chiefs zone as the Vees are changing. Puck is reversed on the left wall, past Clack, ahead and chipped out to center by Ben Fanjoy. Tyconic at his line, quickly reversing. Jones carries back in on right wing, trying to cut the middle, but can't get on the inside of McCarthy. Smith behind his goal, up the near boards, and O'Neill gets it back to center off the glass. 12.5 minutes to go at the center circle. Cruikshank got it, chipped it back in on right wing, poked off his stick along the boards on the Chief half wall by McCarthy. And Fanjoy slowly the way chips it down ice and back in the corner. Tyconic around from behind his net on the right half boards, and Cruikshank gets it back to neutral ice, but Buns there to push it back in. Bass will settle it down on the near side. Goes across, right wing at center for Bose. Standing, took it on a backhand, gets tied up by Bernard from his knees, sweeps it in, but right on the stick of Davis Buns. Buns across his zone for Vincent. Through the middle, Jordan Kawaguchi trying to come across the line, had pressure and bobbled it and comes out to center. He'll double back on his side of center. Now back ahead on a backhand for Vincent. Standing glove save though, and a rising wrist shot from the outside as Robson casually makes that save. Just the 14th shot of the night. And the second shot of this period, the 15th shot of the night now for Chilliwack. But 8.5 minutes in, the Vees have only given up 2 shots in this period. Shots 26-15 Penticton, but we're still scoreless. Draw right wing circle in the Vees end. Polisiani will go against Jones. Almost 9 minutes gone here. Still no score in this third period. Off the draw on the half wall. It goes back in the corner. Miller up the glass. Campbell chops it to line. Not out. Second effort. Vincent keeps it in, but Miller on the wall finds it. Now back to the middle to Clack. He'll skate to center. Vees back in. Clack in the slot. A weak shot blocked by Watson in front as he cut in from the right wing. Kawaguchi in the far wall, can't handle it. Miller had it back to the line. A knuckler on goal that was kicked away by the right pad of Sinclair. And now it's tumbling down ice and right on Robson, so he has to cover. So tough bounce there for the Vees. It should have been icing, but it took a hometown bounce and creates an offensive zone face-off for a Chilliwack team that was needing a change. 11:09 to go, still scoreless.
Well, and the gap control for both teams has been really good again through this first half of the third period. Shots really coming from the outside. That one Sillinger chance where the seas kind of parted for him to come in on that breakaway. Good save there by Sinclair, but no real good scoring chances for either team. Great defensive play.
Draw was in the right circle. Vees won it back. Leahy off the glass. Armstrong left wing at center, picked it up, chipped it around McCarthy, goes back in the Chief corner. Ward in on the forecheck, gets to it first, but he's wrapped up. Poked away from him, up the wall past Nash, and Hora out to center for Calverley in transition. Coming in wide on left wing, puts the brakes on, try to softly chip it in front. Off Leahy behind the goal. Him and Smith battles. They continue on the right wing side now as the puck's on the near side of the Vees end, but Nash delays, chips it out over the head of Bernard and down ice on right wing. Maybe a foot race here. Ward pokes it down even further as him and Arsenault got tangled up on the far side. Puck reversed around by Chilliwack. On his right wing is Hora. Skating it out to center. Left side, Polisiani cutting in, stopping at the blue line, leaving it for Buns, the defenseman. In on a backhand, throws it in front off his skate. Comes to Monte. He'll turn out and skate out on the opposite side. But got bumped off the puck near the Chief bench at center by Buns. He'll drop it back at his zone for Polisiani. He'll reverse back around behind his net up the near side. O'Neill let it go to center. Vees chop it back in. That's Cruikshank on goal. And with Sillinger forechecking, Sinclair will cover. 10:01 to go. The time check brought to you by the UPS store. It's still a scoreless game midway through the third period of Game 7.
The Vees doing a good job of out-shooting the Chilliwack Chiefs, but some of those shots kind of from the outside, not real high scoring chances, and got to find a way to get past that first line of defense that is the Chilliwack Chiefs forwards and get some shots on net that Mark Sinclair has to work to make some good saves on.
Off the draw, behind their net, Chilliwack regroups. Now Mccarthy on his right wing ahead to O'Neill at center. He'll spin and bump it in down the boards past James Miller. Robson behind his goal, back up the near side of Cruikshank off his skate. Came back in front, Lee down low, Fanjoy Fanjoy off the post of the glove side. Couldn't chip it over Robson. What a chance. And now shot from the left wing by Lee was blocked. Fanjoy in the left wall. Trying to pressure, got knocked down. Vees under some duress here as the crowd gets into it. Miller in the left corner took down his man on the goal line. Puck still in deep. Kawaguchi out there, but now it's dug loose by Sillinger, and he'll reverse. What a chance for Ben Fanjoy to open up the scoring after that puck was turned over and unfortunately took a bounce off his skate, but now the Vees are going to ice the puck, but it was on the Chiefs side as center. That's a missed call by the linesman, as it was a icing call. They better talk about this. Media timeout regardless, 9:14 to go, still scoreless. Close call for Penticton. Fraser Rogers, Scott Austin back with you. Scoreless game, still icing against the Vees as they show the Ben Fanjoy crossbar post on the glove side from the bottom of the right wing circle. 9:14 to go. Icing and call against the Vees before the media timeout. Draw on their right circle. 27-17 the shots. The Vees have 7 in the period. Or 8 now, I should say. The Chiefs just the 3. Now Clack at center, dumps it in as Buns couldn't handle the puck at his blue line. Puck to the far right corner. Lee, playing sparingly tonight, got it out to center. Bast dumps it in. Campbell and Clack take up on the delayed offside. Puck back in behind the Chief net on the right side. Vincent got the breakout pass from Watson through center ice. Chipped it in past Jones in the right circle. Miller reversing behind his net. Bass will chase after that puck on the far wall. Him and Clack got mixed up, but Bass recovers and spins it on the wall to Jones on his left wing. He's now back between his circles, but he backhands it out to center to Campbell near the Vees bench. Nice drop pass for Jones on the left side, trying to cut in. Right wing Clack, circle, can't shoot. Rebound there, blocked again. Bounces to Campbell. He can't find the handle in the left circle. He'll put it behind the goal. Chasing after that is Jones in the right corner. Vees are changing. Fan on the reverse, allowing Arsenault to chip it off the dasher. Rides the dasher and all the way down ice and back in the Vees zone. No icing. Meek there first against Hora, left it for Leahy, up the boards and back down ice. Icing waved off. Turning back for it is Colin Bernard with 8 minutes to go back in his own end. Chiefs stop and regroup behind their net. Still no score in the third period of Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup final. Bernard on his right side for a crossing Smith. That center off the skate O'Neill. Knuckles back to the Vees. Leahy banked it back ahead to Ward on right wing. Steps back in, stops in the wall, waits. Down low, played behind the net for Nash. Nash trying to get around the defender Watson. Watson got tripped up in the corner. Nash trying to find it for Ward, but his pass in front was blocked and it's pushed back by Smith to center ice. At the red line, Bass meets that and throws it off the Chief end boards to our left. He'll go off for a change as Taylor Ward to complete that change for Penticton. Fanjoy trying to start out from his blue line, lost the handle, make a move through center, just inside the V zone. Bass pushes it back to neutral, picked up by Amante on the right side, trying to carve in wide down the right wing. Amante taking around the goal, waits in the slot. Bass shooting off the blocker of Sinclair through a crowd with Sillinger camped out in front. Great pass by Amante, but Bass can't find it past the blocker there of Sinclair. Now he'll tip in a stretch pass from Mendel at center to start the change. Does Bass? He'll go off and get fresh legs. Cruikshank out and back behind the gut, trying to center, but Lee blocked that on a defensive situation. And now Anthony Vincent through center. Could have numbers on the left wing. Throws it wide into the right corner from the left wing. Rolls up the boards to Cruikshank. 6:38 to go in the third. He'll chip it back in deep and back behind the Chief net it goes. Colin Bernard trying it out on his left side for Jordan Kawaguchi to center to Lee. Golfs the backhand in. Robson behind his net, settles a puck down. Waits, hit a man there trying to reverse the puck as he ran into Kawaguchi and Mendel, but then Kawaguchi lost the puck to Mendel. Tried to stretch it to Clack at center, but it rolled off his stick up the middle as he couldn't get away from Arsenault at center ice. Turn back the other way. Chilliwack on left wing. A blocker stop by Robson on a Kawaguchi wrister from the wall. Vees can't clear. In skates on their far side. Played in front. Miller took it though and plays it back ahead to Jones. Jones at center, 2-on-3 with Campbell, dancing in on his back and on the left wing. Jones just throws it behind the net, reversing the puck to the far corner. Campbell there gets held up by Watson just below the goal line, shields it back to the line. Meek holds, rims it back down low. Ward behind the net, battling Arsenault. Arsenault took the puck though. He'll reverse up the far side. Meek has to back off as Calverley will chip it out to center. 5.5 to go. Meek played it back to center. trying to come in on the right side as the Chiefs are changing. Sanheim stops on the wall. Sanheim right wing, backdoor. Leggy left circle into the chest. Rebound in the crease. And at the blocker's side, grabbing it without his stick is Sinclair with 5:20 to go. So Vees couldn't find that rebound at the side of the net.
Well, good job by the Vees to take advantage of a Chilliwack change as that puck quickly gets up to Sanheim. Sanheim gets over the line, and both Nash and Ward go hard to the net, drawing back the Chiefs' defense, and then he hits Joe Leahy, delays at the top of the circle and gets a shot away, and just not able to find a rebound in front before Sinclair covers up. So 5:20 to go. We're still at zeros here, and the Vees another good opportunity to break this tie.
Draw left circle in the Chilliwack zone. Nash to take it here, blocker's side. Won it back up top. Tyconic wrist shot off the chest, rebound. Bounced away from Ward in front as he couldn't find that bouncing puck after it spilled off Sinclair. Fanjoy at center tried to dump it in. Vees knocked it out of the air. Taking up is Fanjoy. Polisiani trying to play it in. Sanheim knocked that pass down, and now Bernard to the blue line played it behind the goal. Pass to the side of his goal, up the boards and out to center as Sanheim lifted the stick of Bernard. Foot race back in the Chief end. Amante flying down the right wing. Behind the goal, gets hit on the boards, holds the puck in skates. Now it's reversed by Fanjoy. Miller at the point, reversing. Right side Bass, keeping the puck in. Bounces behind the goal, Amante in the left corner, fell down, gets back up. Left point Miller, but it jumped off his stick. And he'll go back on his side of center to regroup. 4.5 to go in the third. Miller, dangerous pass in the middle, picked off by Polisiani. In right side, off the body of Bass and off the end glass. On that dangerous pass up the middle, the Vees get a break though. 4:24 to go. Sillinger back in from center, gets tripped up on the left wing, got a stick in the waist. No penalty there from the officials. Back behind his goal, Watson will step out in front to regroup the breakout now. Ahead at center for Calverley. Dumps it in right wing corner. Bounces there. Leahy hard up the boards, and McCarthy can't hold it. He's got to back off. As it came outside the blue line, he'll throw it in off the end boards. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Leahy on his left wing for Griffin Mendel. At his blue line, plays it ahead. Campbell was held up by Bernard, so icing waved off. That puck rolls back in behind the net. Sinclair left it for Olivier Arsenault. Slowly on his left wing, chips it high in the air over the head of Mendel. Back down ice, no icing. Back for that is Bass, curling around his goal and on his left wing. 3.5 to go in regulation. Passed at center, blocked a pass, then fell down. Comes to Jake Smith, coming in. Tried to drop it off, but it's poked away by Campbell to center. Nice back check there. Bernard drives it in off the stanchion, off the side of the net. And now we get a delayed offside regardless, so that was a moot point. As Dixon was in trapped after that dump in from center, took a funny hop off the stanchion behind the Vees net and almost popped out in front when Robson went out to play that puck behind his goal. 3:21 to go, still scoreless.
What a crazy hop, and I didn't even realize that Dixon was still in offside as Matt Robson goes out behind the net to play it. That thing kicks back out in front, and Gabe Bass there take it away before there's the offside call. Face off outside the V zone. Vincent
won it, played back in by Watson, settled down by Robson, left it there for Leahy behind the goal. Reversing up the far side, Ward lifted the stick of Bernard, rolls back in the Chief end, but Buns will get that puck on his right wing before Sanheim could. Reversing around the boards on the left wing. That got over the stick of Nash on the forecheck. It's banked out to center by Hora. At the Vees bench, Ward will play back in his zone on a drop pass. They'll chase Meek back in the corner. He slaps it ahead at center to Nash, trying to come in on right wing, but couldn't handle that pass cleanly at the Chief line, but he does tip it back in that corner on the far side. Ward working over O'Neill, comes to Sanheim in the right circle. Sanheim shot blocked by the stick of McCarthy as he reached in. 2:40 to go. 0-0. Fanjoy in his circle, spins away from Sanheim. Back through center ice. Ben Fanjoy down the middle, cutting in on left wing off the body of Bass. That block shot in the left circle. Rebound in the corner left side. Down low, trying to regroup is Polisiani for Fanjoy below the goal line, watched by Sillinger. Fanjoy on the left wall got knocked down by Sillinger. Pushed it ahead to Cassidy Bowes. Out at center, Cruikshank trying to chip it back in on right wing, but he's blocked. 2:12 to go. Picked up at center by Fanjoy. Left it for Polisiani. 1-on-4 off the chest of Robson from the high slot. Picked up by Miller. Chiefs are changing. Ahead on right wing for Bowes with 2 minutes to go. Dashing down the right wing. Just below the goal line. Tried to center in front. He was blocked and then tackled by Calverley. And the Chiefs reverse the puck. Slid out to the line by Bernard just off the stick of Cruikshank, but he'll poke it back in for Meek. Meek just at the top of his circles. His reverse was cut off, but now he'll get it back. Play it back on a reverse for Mendel behind his net. That clearing attempt knocked down the line by Smith as Campbell was jumped up there by Smith, who read the play nicely, but then on the far side, Campbell and Smith still wrestled. Campbell fell down. Smith behind the goal. Kawaguchi tried to center in front, but it went over the stick of Calverley on the blocker's side. Bows trying to clear. The Vees in some trouble. They finally do out to center ice. Puck's bouncing in skates. No one can find it. Everybody frantically whacking at it. Now with 1:14 to go, Bernard finds it. Trying to come in the high slot. Colin Bernard dumps it in off the end boards. Mendel behind the net, reversing, hard play down ice, and it's waved off. Sinclair at the side of his net, leaving it behind the goal for Arsenault. Last minute of play of the third period in a scoreless Game 7. Cruikshank at his line, knocked down and clearing attempt, comes to Sillinger at center. His pass to the middle, jumped over Clack, stick at the Chief line. Now it's still in skates. Clack on his back and in the high slot. Left point, Leggy walking in, shooting off a leg and up and out of play behind the goal. As Vincent got a piece of that. Nice try there with 38 seconds left. Draw coming in the Chiefs' end in a scoreless third period.
Vees do a good job to turn the puck over inside Chilliwack zone, and Leahy ends up with the puck, gets the shot off one of the legs and up into the mesh. So we'll have a draw here to the right of Sinclair. 38 seconds left. Jones, Sanheim on the right, Cruikshank left. Mendel plays the left point with, of course, Gabe Bass playing the right side. Looks like no timeouts for either team here, and monster face-off if the Vees can win this one and give themselves an opportunity on net.
Scramble draw in the left circle, picked up on the boards by Cruikshank on the left wing. In the corner there, gets wrestled by McCarthy and Watson. Puck still in skates. 27 seconds left. Sanheim throws it towards the net from the wall, blocked away by Sinclair. McCarthy hit there. Puck jammed up in the air on the left wing board, still not out. Sanheim chops it down low. 16 seconds left. Reverse to the far side. Kawaguchi dropped it back for Watson up the boards, knocked down the line by Jones, but now picked up by Kawaguchi on left wing. 9 seconds left. Shot it wide. 4 seconds left. Puck on the right wing wall. Knocked down by Jones. He'll just eat the clock, and we will go to overtime again tonight. Scoreless after regulation. Wow. Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup final will be decided in sudden victory overtime.
Whew. What do you even say? 0-0 after 60 minutes. Both teams some good opportunities to break this tie. Both goaltenders up to the task on both ends, and both Sinclair and Robson probably the best players for either team. Standing tall when needed, and Fraser and I are going to attempt to catch our breath and relax before this overtime. I can't even imagine how the players feeling. It's incredible pressure for both sides of center, and we're in for a wild finish here in overtime of the Game 7. Doesn't get any crazier than this.
0-0 after regulation. 3 scoreless periods. Shots 32-20 for the Vees after regulation. And Game 7 of the Fred Page Cup final in a 0-0 tie will be decided in overtime. Wow. And it's the third overtime game in this series. Both teams have won an overtime game as well. No score through 60 minutes. Why not play a little extra? Game 7.1, I guess, is coming up in a few minutes. We'll come back with a full intermission show brought to you by Sunshine Glass and Mirror. Time in a few moments here in game number 7. Teams switching ends 5-on-5 for 20 minutes or more. We play until there's a winner. Vees left to right, right to left is the Chilliwack Chiefs. Vees starting Jones with Clack and Campbell, Mendel, and Miller on the blue line. The Chilliwack Chiefs haven't put out their 5-man personnel just yet. They have the defensive pairing out will be Carver Watson and Davis Buns. Both very dangerous puck handlers. Buns and Watson, you have to watch out for those two in the overtime, activating and joining the rush. Right to left is Chilliwack, left to right of the Vees. There's a little delay here to let the ice dry up a little bit more, and getting a lot of people tweeting and texting us their overtime picks. Patrick Sexton, Vees alum, saying Gabe Baster, Mitch Meek scoring for the Vees. I know a lot of people are picking Grant Cruikshank and Jordan Kawaguchi. Scott, who are you picking tonight?
I think it's going to be an unlikely hero. I got Taylor Ward for the Vees. A couple thunderous hits tonight, and I refuse to give you my Chilliwack Chiefs pick.
I like it. Turn the lights on here as they just want this water. The Zamboni throwing out maybe a little bit too much water on the ice, so we have a little delay to start overtime, just to build up the tension even more like we need it, and the stress. As the Vees and Chiefs awaiting overtime. Announced crowd of 3,903 fans here tonight. 3,903 here at Prospera Center. And it looks like we're ready now as the Vees will bring out their line. Clack, Jones, Campbell, Mendel, and Miller, the five-man unit. Robson to my left, down to my right, Mark Sinclair. Opening face-off of overtime. Brought to you by IGA Penticton, 1160 Government Street. Calverley, Kawaguchi, and Smith starting out here for the Chilliwack Chiefs, and off the draw is David Buns on right wing, dumping it back in. Robson behind his goal, reversing the left wing. Smith cuts it off for the Chiefs. Back in behind the goal for Kawaguchi, trying to spin away Jones on the right goal line, bobble the puck. Kawaguchi just dropped it in the corner for Smith. He's watched by Jones down low. They both fall down. Mendel finds a puck up the wall for Campbell on his left wing. Across that center for Clack on the right side. Clack just dumps it in on goal. Sinclair knocked it down. Buns on the wall, past the legs of Jones and out to center. Mendel played it back into an open right wing. Watson there to take the puck back for the Chiefs across the right side for Buns, and he'll flip it in the air. Mendel gloved it down at center. Tried to poke it ahead for Amante, but he was looping back, and now Mendel at center ice fighting for the puck just outside his line. Smith trying to bring it in a right wing, takes the shot, standing glove save by Robson from just inside the line. He'll take no chances though and hang on for a whistle. 50 seconds gone in the Game 7 overtime. Everybody's heart pounding here, stomach in their chest, I'm sure. Drawing the V's right circle, every face-off magnified at this juncture. Sillinger to take the draw with Aaron O'Neill. Comes to the right wing. Poliziani spins it back in the corner from the circle. Puck goes behind the V's net. Sillinger grabs it, curls out on his right side. Owen Sillinger up at center for Cruikshank on the left wing. Trying to cut in Grant Cruikshank on his backhand. Try to go in front. Try to block again. That by Arsenault from the right circle, and a couple centering attempts for Ty Amante. Meek gets the puck back at his line on a draw pass. Leahy up the middle for Amante. Down the middle in the high slot. Waiting, shooting wide on the blocker side. Little delay there. Puck on the left wing boards. Chiefs trying to clear. They backhand it up the middle and out to center. Bass at the red line meets that. Dumps it back in on Sinclair. He knocks it down for O'Neill. Aaron O'Neill up the middle trying to find Vincent. The V's are changing. He tried to chop it in, but Miller chopped it out. Sanheim ran into the linesman just outside the line. Centering pass for Dixon in the slot, shooting. Weak one, kicked away by Robson. Puck behind the net. Nash picks it up for the V's. Reversing up the left side. Chipped ahead for Sanheim by Ward. Stops at center ice, dumps it into the open left wing corner. Back behind his goal, Sinclair helping it around to the near side. Bernard took a hit from Sanheim, played it up the boards. Now it's reversed at center. Davis Buns on the right side, coming back in wide. Throws it on goal, and Robson just hangs on. Colin Bernard shaken up on that hit by Sanheim, not putting any weight on that right shoulder, as he looks like he might have a shoulder injury here. Colin Bernard after taking that hit in the corner from Taylor Sanheim. 2:04 gone in overtime. Face-off back in the V's end.
Yeah, looks like that right shoulder might be out for Bernard as he was up against the glass, and Sanheim kind of hit him on that back shoulder and went off gingerly all the way to the bench and down the hallway as the team doctor will head down the hallway to check on Bernard. We'll keep you posted on his return.
These win the face-off behind their net from the right circle. Mendel starting out on his left wing. Hard pass across to Jones at center. Dancing in, Nick Jones. Some wet ice there. Lost the puck in the right circle, trying to load up the shot. Clack trying to keep it in, but it's pushed to center. Fanjoy for Calverley. Back in, dragging, shooting. Blocked by Meek off his leg and into the mesh behind the V's goal for another whistle. Another face-off coming back in the Vees end. 2:24 gone into overtime in Game 7.
Well, the Vees gap control still good so far in overtime, stepping up, taking away the shot of the Chilliwack Chiefs, not getting them get in on any good opportunities from inside the Vees zone. Vees not any good opportunities of their own inside the Chiefs end. And another face-off to the right of Robson.
And Jones won that. Mendel in the left corner reversing to the right point. Mccarthy racing across, keeps it in, plays it behind the goal here. Vincent trying to go up the boards from behind the net. Left point, Arsenault came down, keeping the puck in low. Back in the corner, Vincent knocked down this time by Meek. Good defensive play. Up the wall on his right wing for Clack. Throws center ice slowly, chips it back into the corner. Vees are making a change. Campbell stays out, shields the puck behind the net. Got hit by McCarthy. Bo's out there, digs it loose behind the goal. He does. In the left corner, back to Miller at the blue line. Across, Bass, right side, lets it go. Missing on the glove side. Rebound on the left wing. Bo's on that, hit Sillinger in the back. And then Bose fell down. Smith got tripped up after Bose reached out to check him, but it's played across at center. Vincent, though, got checked to the Vees line. Couldn't do much with it. Sillinger pokes that back ahead. Bose on right wing. Pressed there by McCarthy just inside the zone. It's chipped back down ice. Foot race for the puck back at the Vees line, but Miller comes across and wins that foot race. Sillinger at center. Cruikshank couldn't handle that reverse pass on left wing. Rolls back in the Chiefs zone. 3.5 minutes gone in overtime. Buns ahead. Dixon tips it back into the side of the net from the left wing. Robson wraps it around to the right point. Buns cuts it off at the blue line, down low, centered right circle for Dixon, watched by Bose. Justin Dixon to the net. Robson the save on the glove side. Rebound leaks behind the net. Now O'Neill trying to center. Bose up the boards, not out on right wing. Buns again sending it back behind the goal. Lyndon Hora after the throws it back in front off the pad of Robson, far side. Sillinger controls it. At his blue line, softly ahead. Bose couldn't chip it in, and he fell down trying to make that play. Sillinger at center couldn't handle the puck. Vees fighting for possessions, thrown on net from the right wing boards, and a much needed whistle. His tired line was fighting the puck there as Miller and Sillinger needed a change, and they will. 4:12 gone into overtime, still scoreless. Some frantic action right now. Chilliwack has had the more zone time and the better of the chances.
And a tough shift for that line is a couple chances to get pucks out of their own zone and down in Chilliwack's zone. A couple gray area turnovers, places you don't want to turn the puck over at the best of time, let alone in overtime.
Draw goes to the right wing corner after Nash scrambled that there. Puck's just in skates on the goal line here. Now picked up by Jordan Kawaguchi. Back the line to Arsenault right wing. Just lays it up back in behind the net, rolls around the boards to the Vees left wing. Kawaguchi came across, but Meek intercepts. Gave it away to Kawaguchi in the wall. Dancing in, bottom left circle off the blocker, Robson. Rebound right in front. Sanheim grabs it after it was centered to the side of the net. Plays it to Ward at center, dumps it in off the end boards, and Sinclair will reach back and cover at the glove side as Sanheim was swooping in. What a chance for Kawaguchi to win this game, but Robson, the blocker, saving the rebound that he threw in front was taken away by the Vees.
Thank goodness all the Vees collapse back to the front of the net and clean up that rebound in front as Kawaguchi from the bottom of the circle tries to go high, blocker side. Robson makes a good save, and then before you know it, it's right back out front, and black jerseys there to sweep the puck away and down into the Chilliwack zone. Sinclair has to hang on, face off to his left.
Draw in the right circle, this goes in the corner. O'Neill and Jones tied up on the wall. Clack knocked it down on the right wing, throws it towards the net, actually hit Campbell, picks it up in the corner, walks up the right wing wall. Campbell trying to spin away from Buns, got held up. Clack tried to bring it in front, deflects to the bottom of the circle. Watson back up the boards. Clack knocks it down, puts it back in behind the net. Carver Watson gets bodied there by Campbell. Poked in the corner for Jake Smith. He's harassed by Clack, but shoveled it back for Buns on the left wing. Coming out his near side, gains center ice, dumps it back in. Robson the side of his net. We're trying to reverse around the dasher far side. Jones kicked it down for Joe Leahy. Joe Leahy reversing at center for Campbell on the right wing, and he'll softly chip it in deep to get the change he desires. 5.5 gone in overtime in Game 7 of the BCHL final. Back at center, Amante drops it in his zone on the regroup to Miller. Side saddles it along to Mendel. Now back to Monty in the right wing, trying to come in wide. Chipped it around Arsenault. Bottom right circle. Monty in front. Cruikshank missed that pass on the left wing. Rebound sent down low by Mendel from the blue line. Cruikshank behind the net, tying up McCarthy. Sillinger coming in on the left wall, trying to cut out in front. Back to the point to Mendel. Throws it off his stick, off the glass behind the net. Rattles in the right corner. Monte picks that up. Back down low for Cylinder, trying to slide away from Kawaguchi and company. Play back to Miller now. Winds, fires right in the legs of Kawaguchi, goes to the far side. McCarthy tied up by Cruikshank. Back left point, Mendel holding, doesn't have a shot, so you'll again chip it down low. Behind the goal, Amante trying to get away from Calverley. Goes into the left wing corner. Vees are making partial changes. Amante, back left point, Mendel. Again waiting, doesn't have a shot. He's watched by Hora. Lays it back in behind the goal once more. Bowes on the right goal line. Coming in the slot. Amante shooting, blocked by Calverley. Got the shot he wanted, but Calverley read it well. Chipped out to center. It's knocked down. Now grabbed by Calverley. One-on-one with Miller in the right wing. Teams are changing. Throws it back in front. Sticked away by Robson. Comes on the near boards. And now Jones on a 3-on-2. Has time. Maybe a 4-on-2. Jones. Drop pass. Miller in. Shooting. Off a body and wide in front. Rebound bouncing in skates. Now it's on the half wall right side after Calverley fell down trying to fly out of the zone. What a chance there for Miller, but his shot blocked by, I believe it was Watson. Kawaguchi back in, drop pass, high slot, Buns, wrist shot. That's blocked in front by Jones in the right circle. On the boards for Cassidy Bowes on the far side. He'll chip it down the left wing. 12:43 to go. 0-0 in Game 7. Davis Buns turn over to Ward on the left side. Ward in the left circle. Lost an edge, though, in the corner. Sanheim comes across, lays a head in, but it's fished out to center by Fanjoy. Meek meets that, hard off the glass, drives it back in deep. Sinclair leads it for Carver Watson, wrapping around the far boards. Nice reverse play. Fanjoy motoring out to center. Down the middle on right wing, got around Ward. Fanjoy trying to shoot, that was blocked. Miller in the far corner gets that deflected puck, and the Vees 3-on-3 back through center. Ward got it back on the right wing. Drop pass, Sanheim, right circle, on his back end to the goal, centers! Puck in the crease! Chip just past the net by Nash on the glove side. Sanheim left goal line, middle point pass, winds, fires, just missed on the glove side. Rebound behind the net, Nash centering again, and it's the Chiefs just clearing it down ice. That's Fanjoy over the head of Miller, icing waved off. Chiefs are changing. Miller, hard pass to Bast at center. Try to chip it ahead for Cruikshank. That was knocked down. Vees got to get on the back check. Lisiani on right wing comes in, shoots it, sticked away by Robson off the end glass. Around the boards on the left wing it comes. Dixon down low. Try to play it in the middle from the line. Blocked. Out to center to Cruikshank. In on left wing. Cruikshank shooting wide. Didn't have the shot he wanted. Maybe that was a pass intended in front. Now it's chipped back for Poliziani from his teammate there in O'Neill, and he goes down ice from the left wing and starts to change as Mendel goes back for it. Almost 9 minutes gone. Bass got the reverse pass, goes back for Mendel in the far right wing corner of his own end. Griffin Mendel up the middle, all the way to center. That missed Clack. That's an icing call. Tough play there. And they get a stoppage with 11 to go in overtime. Still scoreless. Game 7.
Well, the best chance for the Vees there, that 4-on-2, as James Miller gets up in the play and gets the puck in the high slot and a huge block. Miller's pretty much in the slot. Cocks the snapshot, but a huge block, and we'll have a face-off here to Robson's left after an icing call as Mendel tried to hit Clack in front of the Vees bench, not able to touch it, and comes back into the Vees zone. 11 minutes to go.
Draw left circle. Cylinder won it right in front. Mendel will chip that on the right side. Clack will skate it out. Nice transition play. Gained the blue line, dumped it in right corner. Campbell sends it around the boards, the far left wing side. Back in behind the net, reversing by Clack. Campbell back to Miller, right point. Wrist shot off his stick, bounced to out. Now back in front. Jones trying to center from his knees. Did, but Arsenault took it away and fires it into the crowd, and the whistle goes. What a play there. Jones behind the net from his knees, took the puck away, centered, but no one there in black. And then Arsenault pressuring, so he just fires it into the crowd on the far side. 10:39 to go. Still scoreless in overtime. Draw coming in the Chiefs' end.
Clack just in a little too tight, as if he's out a foot there. He's probably, he's over to the right. If he's back a foot, that hits his stick. Left-handed shot just misses the left of his stick, and draw here to the left.
Comes on the boards to Leahy, off the blocker of Sinclair from the left wing on the draw win by Jones. Chipped to the line, knocked down by Leahy, but pass to the middle. Bernard there first. The Vees weren't in that area they needed to be. Leahy at the line, finds it just outside the zone, chipped it back in off the skates of Arsenault. Jones knocking down his reverse pass on the right wing board just above the goal line. Clack and Jones working for it. Miller gets it across. Bass, one-timer stop, rebound, they score! They score! Duncan Campbell! Duncan Campbell! And the Vees are champions of the BCHL! BCHL, and the Fred Page Cup stays in the Okanagan. Chaos in the Chiefs' end.
This one all starts in the right corner. Nick Jones gets in there, creates a turnover. It finds James Miller at the point. Miller over to Bass, and Bass hammers a one-timer in on net. What do we talk about all game? Mark Sinclair, the rebound, kicks out to 24 in black. Duncan Campbell, the 20-year-old, he makes no mistake in the back of the net, and the Vees, almost halfway through the first overtime of Game 7, win the Fred Page Cup. And Matt Robson, who else but a shutout in the final game, and the Vees head into the Western Canada Cup BCHL champions.
Duncan Campbell at 9:21, a goal that will live in infamy, joining the likes of Dakota Conroy as overtime winners in a game deciding in the Fred Page Cup final. And as you called it, it's an ugly one. It's not an ugly one, but it's one of those goals just right in front off a rebound. Campbell, blocker side, finds it. And the Brandon Manitoba native, winning a WHL championship last year, wins it for the Vees this year. 9-21 into this overtime period. 1-0 final. Duncan Campbell, his fourth and biggest goal of his playoff career with the Vees. And he is now immortalized in Penticton Vees history. What is seen as they're celebrating down to our right at the blue line. 1-0 final. Sticks and gloves everywhere, and that's a picture that can paint 1,000 words, isn't it, Scott?
Absolutely, and it's just sweet redemption for Duncan Campbell, who had that breakaway in the first period, and that puck rolling on its side flipped off his stick and into the corner and didn't get a good shot away. In overtime, right spot, right time, makes the perfect play off a rebound, off a Gabe Bass shot. And Duncan Campbell, congratulations to Penticton Vees, Fred Harbinson. Congratulations, what a hard-fought 21 hockey games in just over a month, as all three series go to 7, and Fraser the same side of center, overtime goals in Game 6, and then of course in Game 7, and an incredible hockey game here in Chilliwack, and the Fred Page Cup is coming home with the Penticton Vees.
Wow, they line up for the handshakes at center ice. Maybe the best game I've ever witnessed in BCHL playoff history, the way just the drama was unfolding. It's a bold statement, but what's on the line and how it's won. And it's another key acquisition. And how about the GM hat of Fred Harbinson? Not only the coach, but another veteran from the major junior level wins it in overtime. Dakota Conroy in Game 6 in 2015 in Nanaimo. In Game 6 in overtime wins it. A 20-year-old that came back from the Western League. This time it's a 20-year-old in Brandon, Manitoba native Duncan Campbell winning it, and the Vees are champions of BCHL. They're 12th in franchise history, third in the last 7 years, and they will line up the table for the ceremony down at ice level to present the Fred Page Cup to Captain Nick Jones and the team, and got to commend the Chilliwack Chiefs with a hell of a final as well.
Well, and Chilliwack handled more of the play in this overtime, more time spent inside the Vees zone, and no great opportunities for them, but definitely most of the play inside that zone, and just a tough one for Chilliwack, as this could have easily went any direction. And you look at just a week, less than a week from now, these two teams are going to play each other again in Western Canada Cup round robin, but tonight belongs to the Penticton Vees, BCHL champions, on a goal by a Western Hockey League player that came here halfway through the season after a Memorial Cup last year, and 20-year-olds needed to be 20-year-olds tonight, and Matt Robson was great, and Duncan Campbell with the winner in overtime. congratulations.
Final score, 1-0 for the Vees as the Chiefs salute their fans. Shots are 6-6 in overtime if you're keeping track at home, if you even care at this point about that. But final shots 38-26 as the Vees will line up for their medals and the Fred Page Cup presentation presented by Commissioner John Grisdale. Over to Nick Jones, who will accept the championship on behalf of his team, and a 20-year-old winning it in overtime. That is fantastic. Final score 1-0. Vees Fred Page Cup champions again. As they will do the trophy presentation, we'll take a timeout and come back with more after this. Alongside Scott Austin, I guess this is your post-game show brought to you by Jim Dunlop and Greg Stewart at CIBC Wagundy as they're continuing to hand out the medals. BC hockey medals from the provincial body, not the BCHL. The BCHL handing out the Fred Page Cup, obviously, but under BC Hockey, you're Junior A provincial champion, so they give you medals and a banner. So they do that right now, numerically. Then they'll go through staff, and then obviously the Commissioner, John Grisdale, will present Nick Jones with the Fred Page Cup. Officially at 9:21 of overtime, Duncan Campbell. I wonder if James Miller will get an assist. He had the point shot from the right wing. Gabe Bast, Miller to Bast, and then the rebound. That should be the summary, don't you think?
Third assist to Nick Jones out of the corner, yeah.
So it should be Bast and Miller assisting on Campbell's fourth of the playoffs. As they continue here, this is our championship post-game show brought to you by CIBC Wagundy, and so much to get to, Scott, and talk about here. And how about the fact the Vees went 3 for 3 in Game 7s in the Fred Page Cup playoffs, beating Merritt, Vernon, and now Chilliwack. And they win the championship in overtime, 1-0 on the road again. Fourth championship for head coach Fred Harbinson. By the way, here's a stat. Congratulations to Fred Harbinson, the first coach in BCHL history to win 4 championships now. He has set the new bar and is in a class of his own is Fred Harbinson, and congrats to him. And it's official. He may be one of the best coaches in the BCHL in its history. 4 championships for him now. No other coach has ever won more than 3. As they continue to hand out the medals. So there's the stat for you. Fred Harbinson, congrats to him and his staff. His 4th championship. 3rd one I've been a part of, and I'm blessed to say that. Unbelievable. 3rd championship team I've been able to witness, and all unique and special in their own ways. And you talk about Fred Harbinson, Scott, and no disrespect to the group that he has, but maybe the best coaching performance from his group. The way they had to really coach this team through so much thick and thin, ups and downs, adversity. You know, he says it, and he doesn't say this as a slight. He says this as praise. It's not the most talented roster, but it's one of the most hard-working, passionate character groups you'll ever see. And they are a blue-collar type, kind of uncharacteristic of Vees hockey. But I thought him, assistant coaches Jason Becker and Matt Fraser, along with like a goalie coach, Jesse Pluis, strength and conditioning coach, Brent Mosses, they did a terrific job of cultivating a championship team. They squeezed every single ounce out of this squad. And of course, it took overtime in Game 7 of the league final to do it.
Well, and I think if you're reviewing this playoffs, you'll say how incredible it is for Fred Harbinson to go from 5D to 6D, tonight go to 7D and only 11 forwards, and we've seen lineup changes and we've seen line different combinations, and tonight it's like we went back kind of full circle to the end of the regular season when you see 1 and 2 lines pretty much the same and 3 and 4 close to what they were during the regular season, but it wasn't like that throughout the whole playoffs. And for Fred Harbinson, it takes a lot of courage to change up the lines that often, just because it's not something that coaches want to do in the postseason. You want to let your guys get comfortable with each other, but he made some changes, and tonight going back to kind of that original lineup is hard to do after a tough loss last night in Game 6 in overtime, and an incredible night here tonight for the Vees, and it'll be an exciting bus ride home after the game.
As they are continuing to hand out the medals down at ice level, and yeah, it's going to be more relief than anything just to go home with the Fred Page Cup, and they're going to take a passenger with them tonight as they make room for an extra passenger, and that's the old Fred Page Cup. 12th in franchise history, 2nd in the last 3 years, as the Vees are Fred Page Cup champions again, 12th time in franchise history. And since Fred Harbinson's been here now, championships in 2008, 2012, 2015, and here in 2017. And you marvel at the success of this franchise from top to bottom. And Scott, you look at it too, a veteran in Duncan Campbell scoring that goal. You talk about veterans, Mitch Meek winning his first BCHL championship in his 5th and final year. That's great for him. Gabe Bast winning his 2nd as well. A lot of veteran players coming up large tonight, and John Grisdale addressing the crowd as well.
One hell of a series. In fact, the whole playoff has been really exciting. It wouldn't have happened without all the support of all the players and the British Columbia Hockey and all the teams, all 17 member teams.
See if we can pick this up.
Along with the volunteers. But I'm here to congratulate the Penticton Vees Hockey Club for winning the 55th Fred Page Cup, and they did it in fine, exciting fashion. A shout out to the ownership group who support the Penticton Vees year in, year out. They lead by example, and they bring us down to the BC Hockey League. And so Fred, to you and your staff and everybody that works for the Penticton Vees, congratulations. Trevor, I want to present the Fred Page Cup.
As they present the cup to Nick Jones, posing for photos down at ice level before they let him take the cup to his team. And there it is, Nick Jones almost dropping the trophy. There it is, high above his head. As the Vees are 2017 Fred Page Cup champions, almost dropped the trophy before he could hoist it high over his head. Final stats for you folks, let's get to those. 1-0 the final, Duncan Campbell scoring in overtime at 9:21 from Gabe Bast and James Miller. As they give the veterans the trophy, Mitch Meek, 5th and final year, over 200 games played. He's a champion in the BCHL, good for him. And they want Mitch to go for a lap. And why not? This is his final BCHL game. Parents watching, what a moment for the Meek family as well. Here in person, watching this game in Chilliwack, watching pretty much the whole series in person. Gabe Bast now getting the trophy, missing parts of 2 seasons with several injuries, assisting on the game-winning goal on the ice, just like he was in 2015 for the game-winning goal as well. And another 20-year-old Riley Rissling getting the cup. Really good trooper. Not playing tonight, doesn't complain. He'll be playing in the Western Canada Cup, obviously. And Matt Robson, the shutout in a Game 7. This is why they got this kid. 26 saves. Matt Robson tonight, and now a champion in 2 different leagues. Won the Ontario Junior Hockey League Championship a couple years ago. Now a BCHL champion. And Duncan Campbell as well, the overtime hero. Might as well put him on the side of the bus now, as he'll be immortalized with a championship game-winning goal in overtime. That's things you dream about as a kid. And Campbell did it in person tonight on the road. And Taylor Sanheim as well getting the cup. But final shots, 38-26 for the Vees. No power plays for Penticton. The penalty kill goes 1 for 1 tonight. And how about the Vees shutting out the Chilliwack Chiefs? Jordan Kawaguchi had a point in every game of this series, had over a 10-game point streak coming in tonight. He gets shut out in his last BCHL game, and what a way to close out this season for the Vees, Scott.
Absolutely, and we've talked all series about how deadly that top line is. You look at Kawaguchi, 6 goals, 9 assists, 0 penalty minutes, played a ton of hockey in this series and played a ton of hockey tonight. And correct me if I'm wrong, but not any real glaring chances for Kawaguchi, and
no,
that just goes to show how tough and how good this Vees defense has been all year, shutting down those top scoring teams like Wenatchee and Victoria, Chilliwack, and now going a full 7 games against Chilliwack, and what else but a 1-0 win here in this final game. And Chilliwack very good at home, and a tough one here tonight.
And what a Western Canada Cup's going to be. And speaking of the Western Canada Cup, so many storylines, Scott. Don't forget, this is history we've seen. For the first time ever, the Western Canada Cup host is going into the tournament as their league champion. Never happened before tonight. Tournament started in 2013. This is the 5th version of the tournament. And the Vees, for the first time in Western Canada Cup history as hosts, are going in as champions. It's never been done. There's been league finalists before as Western Canada Cup hosts. Dauphin Kings a few years back in Manitoba, but they lost in their league final to the Winnipeg Blues. Got swept, in fact. So for the first time ever, the Western Canada Cup host is their league champion, and they're going through the front door. Heck, they broke the front door down and are going in with a trophy in their hands.
Well, how about Sam Rossini as he raises the cup?
Wow.
Didn't play since the preseason with that knee injury. Gets thrown into the biggest game of his life and the Vees' life, and didn't play a lot tonight, but when he was out there, looked good, and he raises the Fred Page Cup high over his head as a BCHL champion.
Final score 1-0, and I'm not going to say that enough. Vees win it in overtime, and Brendan Kerr, I want to say a huge congrats to him. He's been in a league final with Powell River and with Penticton, never got the opportunity to win. The Vees equipment manager, he wanted this badly. Obviously one of those unsung heroes behind the scenes, guys like him, head trainer Dan McDowell, assistant equipment manager Conrad Breyer, but Brendan Kerr, someone I started my BCHL career with in Powell River, finally gets a championship. And those trainers, those equipment guys are the backbone of the team. And I can't be more happier for Brendan Kerr and the chance for him to lift that Fred Page Cup. Those guys don't sleep. They don't get to see their family very often in the playoffs, if that ever. They never complain. Early mornings, late nights. This is why they do it. And Brendan Kerr's going to get his name on that Fred Page Cup, and I could not be more happy for a guy that's been in this league for now 7 seasons, and he's finally part of a championship squad as well. Big ovation for Fred Harbinson. He finally lifts the Fred Page Cup over his head below us, and he's got 4, and they are going crazy as they love their head coach. And he better be careful. He might get a Gatorade shower on that nice suit of his if he doesn't be careful as well. I see some guys grabbing some bottles, but they now pose for the championship photo, and this is a timeless thing as well. As they'll all huddle around the trophy down at ice level and pose for the photo. And they are Fred Page Cup champions. Get everybody in there. What a moment. And congrats, Scott. Your first season. What a ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me along. An incredible year. My first year in the BCHL. First year as colleague to Fraser Rogers. And you've been through this too many times. A couple of years off of your life, I can imagine. And 3 Game 7s, 3 Game 7 wins. BCHL championship. And I couldn't be more excited as the Vees here take their picture up on the big screen. Is the group around the Fred Page Cup, and an incredible night for the Penticton Vees. Congratulations. And I had a chance of winning a championship 1 level down with the Vancouver Island Junior Hockey League, and it's something no one can ever take away from you for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what these guys go on to do, they'll always have this memory of a Tuesday night in April in Chilliwack winning the league. And an incredible night for the Vees.